happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Don't adjust your dial, folks.
What happened?
It's a tribute.
What happened?
Any idea, Fester?
What happened?
No idea.
Hold on. What do you mean, no idea? I'm playing this obnoxiously and ridiculously over and over and over again.
What happened? What happened?
By the way, folks, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. I am MJ. Fester, right across from me. Lovely wife, Michelle, in studio all week long.
Lovely.
As we're closing in on a new permanent MJ Morning Show replacement. Michelle, any idea?
What happened?
Yes, I love that
What
clip.
happened?
This is one of my favorite audio. You know,
I know what it's from.
people have requested, hey, MJ, can you send me a digital MP3 of what happened?
What happened?
People also ask for P. Diddy. I'm shocked at this information. They also want that one.
What happened?
All right, Michelle, would you like to reveal to the audience what this is?
What happened?
That's the audio of Tiger Woods' mom after, what was her name? The wife.
Eileen? Nordegren?
Yeah, Nordegren.
Ellie.
Elin?
Nordegren. I
Yeah.
remember her last name.
Right.
Yes, Tiger Woods is like Scandinavian, Nordic, like Viking wife.
Okay,
But
hold
she
on.
had attacked the car with the golf club.
Yeah, she smacked his Cadillac.
Yeah.
Then he was in a dazed sleep when he got attacked. He runs out and he hits a tree in his neighborhood.
Right.
Yes.
And this is not the neighbor calling 911 and Tiger Woods' Asian mother
Yes.
running out. And she sees everything and says,
What happened?
so I know what the clip is and I know what context it was created in.
Right.
But I don't know why you're playing it this morning.
It's a tribute.
She die?
Yes.
Get out. Oh.
In memoriam, folks.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we are fairly certain that we had read and heard that this
What happened?
Tiger Woods' mother. Michelle, can you bring up just a quick little synopsis on the Tiger Woods Orlando area situation? What is that, like 15 years ago? When was that, like 2012, 2011, 2010? And that's when Tiger Woods was having issues with Elin. That was her name, Elin.
He was having issues with himself.
Elin Nordegren was Tiger Woods' ex-wife, and they were having a little domestic squabble in the house. Was it West Palm area, or was it,
it was in
Orlando?
What's that community in Orlando?
Windermere?
Yes.
It was Windermere.
We sent Meredith and intern Vicky
Oh.
outside of the Windermere entrance.
That's right. Meredith made national news holding up a sign. What did the sign say? Like, Tiger, marry me, or Tiger?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh,
Does it say, I'm having your baby?
oh,
Something
man.
like that.
That might have been a really aggressive sign. I'm sure we'll see Meredith. Hey, we're just
Come
talking about
in.
you.
We're just
Meredith, come here.
Meredith, come in here. All right, Meredith works, Meredith, formerly of the MJ Morning Show
How
at
dare
the other
you not
state.
remember my sign?
What did this?
I'm so offended right now.
What did the sign say?
I don't know. I forget to.
Did it say something like, I want to have your baby?
Oh, yeah. I think it was.
Or what?
Yeah, it was Tiger. They offered me $500,000, and I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Oh, yeah. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Was it you and Vicky that went?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still really close to this
What
day.
so after the Tiger Woods incident, Michelle, can you bring up the whole story? Bring up the.
What a good
Well,
egg,
I got the
Vicky.
TMZ.
I tried.
You have the TMZ. What year was it? What is the date on this thing?
Yeah, it says Tiger. They offered me $500,000. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
And she's wearing a bikini, and so is Vicky, and they're waving to cars as they enter this.
Because didn't a woman from a restaurant in Vegas, a waitress, come forward and claim that?
Ponderosa, and it was in Orlando.
Was it the Perkins in Orlando?
Perkins.
Perkins.
Yes, it was Perkins.
It was in Orlando.
And Tiger Woods allegedly was having a fling with a Perkins waitress.
Okay, there were like 20 women, so
Yeah, there's
all
a
of
lot.
these scenarios might be right.
Yeah.
There might have been somebody
Yes.
from Vegas. There
Yeah.
definitely was the Perkins waitress.
Wow.
Yeah, and I could have been the next one. What a shame.
Exactly. But Meredith, remember, you made national news.
I know.
there was a photo of Meredith in a bikini standing out, and it was Windermere.
In the New York Post, it was at that time it was like Life magazine, all like
People magazine.
I was like,
cover.
Dad, are you proud of me now? Look at this. And he's like, what did you do? Why is this happening to me right now?
So in the aftermath of the whole Tiger Woods incident, we sent Meredith to Windermere, just outside the gates
Yeah.
of his gated community, the hoity-toity Windermere.
Yeah, with Hurricane.
Right.
Yeah.
And Meredith's in a bikini holding up a sign.
I was ready. I remember we had to stop off. I was like, we got to stop off somewhere because I got to do some abs because I'm going to be in a bikini. We stopped off at Burger King, and I went to the bathroom, and I like put down some toilet paper, and I started doing some abs.
Are you serious? To what?
Yeah.
To try to...
Yeah, I wanted
try
to make sure that I was looking good.
You wanted to jack up your abs?
I also had to pee, but
Yeah.
It's-
I wanted to
Two
make sure.
birds, one stone,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Meredith stopped at the Burger King. She had to pee. Then she, I'm
Have it your way.
I'm doing Michelle's hated Burger King song.
All right.
Wow.
So the mother dies.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's why we're bringing this up.
Oh, his
Tiger
mother.
Woods' mother. I just printed out, and listen, I feel for Tiger Woods. It's awful. It's terrible to lose Mom. This was a statement that Tiger Woods put out on social media, on X. My mom was a force of nature all of her own. Her spirit was simply undeniable. She was quick with the needle and a laugh.
The needle.
I don't know what that means. I'm thinking about shooting up heroin or something. I mean, I don't
Was
know.
she a
What
nurse? What was she
I'm
doing?
thinking knitting.
He continues, she was my
cute.
biggest fan, greatest supporter. Without her, none of my personal achievements would have been possible. She was loved by so many, but especially by her two grandchildren, Sam and Charlie. And then Tiger Woods thanked his fans for their support and prayers and asked for privacy.
Yeah.
82-time PGA Tour winner, Tiger Woods, ended the message with, love you, Mom. So thoughts to Tiger Woods, always tough. And again, after the incident where there was a little domestic squabble, and
That wasn't little.
okay.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Didn't she grab a lamp and smash it over his head?
Golf club.
Well, a golf club too.
Yeah.
But then I thought
Chased
that
him down.
chased him out of the house with a golf club. And that's when Tiger got into, I think, his like a black Escalade.
Yeah.
And flew out of the driveway and then drove into a tree.
Yeah.
And that's when the police come. The neighbors are all outside because it was a big crash. And then Tiger Woods' mother comes out. A neighbor was on the phone with 911 to report that Tiger just drove his Escalade into a tree. And the mother is heard on the neighbor's cell phone while the neighbor's calling 911 saying,
What happened?
and that's where we got that sound effect from.
So
What happened?
Yes.
neighbor Jarius Adams called 911 at Nordegren's request.
Right.
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
All right, go. Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
you, got,
Meredith. Good to see you.
you got another show? What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
So the neighbor was who? Jerry?
Jarius?
Jarius Adams.
The collision was loud enough to wake up Nordegren, who came out running, came out of the house. She broke the back window of the SUV with a golf club,
Oh, yeah.
dragged her husband into the street, and sat with him. As he drifted in and out of consciousness, he had taken prescription Vicodin painkillers earlier that night.
Yeah. And then they got into an argument, and wow, that's the Tiger Woods issue that happened. What year was it? Scroll up. Was it 2000 what? Is there a date on this thing?
I got a
2009.
2009.
Yeah, 2:30 in the morning, November 27th,
It might have been 2010 because it was a 2009
2009
Escalade.
Escalade. So what year? Yeah, it was an 09 Escalade. But
I don't think Tiger's driving 5-year-old cars. I mean, it's
no,
probably
he
20.
oh no, he was, and then he bought that car insurance that Ice-T was pushing on TV. Yeah, I love all the celebrities, pushing that the repair insurance, and they're like, come on, they're not driving anything old that's out of warranty.
No, Danica Patrick actually kept it on her race cars.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, rest in peace, Tiger Woods' mother.
What happened?
We don't know because Tiger's not revealing the cause of death, but
What happened?
may she rest in peace. And thoughts with Tiger Woods. Man, he has a weird relationship with vehicles. Then, remember a couple of years ago, he rolled that
A nice Hyundai or something? Or
a Genesis.
Yeah.
The Genesis was credited, the big Genesis SUV was credited with saving his life.
That's right.
We got to roll here. Traffic's on. MJ Morning Show back in a minute.
We had a little heavy volume in a couple of places earlier that are already clearing up. Still a little bit of slow traffic on I-4 eastbound between Alexander Street and North Park Road, but that should dissipate. At the moment, everything else looks clear. No major incidents being reported on the interstates, bridges, or major intersections at this time. Keeping you updated, I'm Schreiner from the Rubenstein Law 1-800-FL-LEGAL Traffic Center.
Seeing dust on your baseboards? Give your home a big refresh by calling Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning. Right now, mention me, MJ, and get $75 off your next air duct cleaning. Use promo code AIR75 when scheduling online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Tonight's the night, the show that celebrates the musical legacy of Rod Stewart with Rob Caudill, featuring former Rod Stewart band members Carmine Appice and Katja Reicherman, coming to the Duke Energy Center for the Arts, Mahaffey Theater, on Thursday, February 13th at 7:30 p.m. For tickets and more information, call 727-300-2000 or visit themahaffey.com. The show that celebrates the musical legacy of Rod Stewart. Tonight's the night. Call 727-300-2000 or visit themahaffey.com.
HCA Florida North Lakeland Emergency at the intersection of U.S. Highway 98 North and Carpenters Way is now open 24/7. Visit HCAFloridaHealthcare.com to learn more. This emergency department is part of HCA Florida Brandon Hospital. This is not an urgent care center. Its services are billed at hospital rates.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check you have a full tank of gas first, before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Maybe I can't.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 of these fave items for just $7. The spicy...
Waking up, I have a sleep warning for you. So if you did this last night, while sleeping last night, if you did this, I have a warning for you from a so-called expert. Warning, warning, warning. All right, it's coming up in just a second. Warning, if you slept last night, did you do this? Hopefully you slept last night. I had weird sleeping last night. I'll get into that in just a bit. But first, though, I was just made aware of something very kind of morbid. I'm sorry to start off the show like this. First, at the beginning of the program, we talked about Tiger Woods' mom passing away, and one of our favorite audio sound bites is
What happened?
Which is Tiger Woods' mother after the incident where Tiger fled a golf club wielding Elin Nordegren, and he crashed into a tree near Orlando. And that was Tiger Woods' mom.
What happened?
On a neighbor's cell phone that was calling 911, and you could hear, loud and clear. It was almost like she was talking into a microphone. And
what happened?
And Tiger Woods' mother's passed away. So we started the show with that. And then we just played The Outfield, our special highlighted song of the day, our only song of the day.
Song of the day today is The Outfield.
One song in a row. So Andrew just said to me that The Outfield, they're all dead. Andrew, is that true? They're all gone? There's no reunion tour? They're not going to be on one of those 80s cruise ship musical reviews?
They will not be there, no.
Holy crap. Andrew, hold on. What happened? Both of the members of Josie's on a Vacation Far Away? Both of them have checked out?
Yes, they have.
Of what? What were do you know the causes?
One of them, we don't know. Well, they were told what his cause of death was.
Right.
The other one, liver cancer.
Oh, wow. The Outfield.
Okay.
Tony Lewis and John Spinks.
Say it again?
Tony Lewis and John Spinks.
Yeah, Spinks had liver cancer, according to the Wikipedias.
Was Spinks related to Leon Spinks, the famous boxer?
First cousins.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Don't bring that up around the Spinks family. They're very sensitive about it.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. All right. So if you slept last night, and I'm guessing that most of you did, there's a sleep expert that is warning people against doing this. A sleep expert is saying this is common. Don't do it. There's a reason why. Sleeping with two pillows. Now, I sleep with two pillows, but I think that my situation is different. Yeah, this sleep expert is saying that you want to avoid a hump. You don't want to stack two pillows under your head at night because it reinforces poor posture. It doesn't fix it. And you're causing like a speed bump hump. And you want to avoid a dowager's hump. Is the dowager's hump, are those the people that get like the kind of the humpback, like the humpback of Notre Dame? Was that?
That's the hunchback.
No. I think that.
But the same thing. It's thank you.
But I think that's the name of the book or the.
It's the hunchback of Notre Dame. However,
the dowager hump is like people with like that. Upper spine bump.
Yeah, that's what I just said that.
Yeah.
That's that hump that people get.
But it's not like people who are hunched over like the elderly people.
We used to know somebody in radio that had that kind of thing going on, didn't we? Yeah.
He slept with 3 pillows.
3.
What?
Yeah.
How would you know, Fester?
I had the room with him at a radio convention.
I guess what's happening. I guess what's happening is that some people are using 2 pillows. They're increasing their chances of getting the dowager's hump.
Huh.
Dude, whatever.
And it screws with your posture. So warning, only use 1 pillow on your head at night. Do not really pump yourself up with 2 pillows.
All right, here's why this doesn't work. I think I'm primarily a side sleeper.
Yeah, me too.
And 1 pillow doesn't quite cut it because of my big, fat, broad shoulders and fat shoulders.
No, I'm a scruncher and a buncher, and I try to find and also like coming up with the neck ledge. I like building the pillow to a point where it supports your neck, and then your head kind of settles into a nice crevasse.
But wait, for Fester, how many pillows do you need, Fester?
Well, I have really, really big pillows.
Dude, you're 355 pounds. You need like...
I have inflatables, like pool wraps.
Fester needs like a ball pit. You know, the kids play ball pits loaded with pillows. That's what Fester sleeps in.
You're making a joke, but how comfortable would it be to sleep in a suspended ball pit?
Wait, how many pillowcases does Allison have to buy? Change out?
She is the worst pillow person in the world because she has one for her head, one between her legs, one wedged into her back, one I think she hugs from the front. She has like 8 pillows.
So both of you need more pillows, but for different reasons.
I'm a 2-pillow person.
I'm a 2-pillow person, but only 1 pillow for the head. I am an absolute. So hopefully I don't have to worry about the dowager's hunchback of Notre Dame back hump. But I'm a 2-pillow sleeper. 1 for the head. I've got to do like a body pillow, it's sort of like a mid-stomach to the upper thigh. I like to have like a little pillow action between my thighs.
Somebody sent you that body pillow once. Remember, it was a big L-shaped thing.
Oh yeah, and you threw it away.
Well, it was hard to maintain on the bed, and
I mean, you threw the freak. I come home one day, it's gone.
Yeah,
and Michelle threw it.
It's been gone for a while.
That's right. A listener sent me this huge body pillow,
and but it was L-shaped,
right?
So you could have it
against your body. So against your upper chest all the way down to your crotch, and then the L then crossed into your thighs. See,
no, you put it under your neck. You did it the other way. It was under your neck and then
no.
Crazy pillow.
I wanted the L between. See, for whatever reason, I gotta have a pillow between my thighs. I don't like my thighs touching. So if I were really obese, You know,
Yeah.
you know the thigh rub.
You're not?
You'd have no choice.
Oh, you know the.
Do I know it? I have skin tags in my thigh because of that.
You know, because people that have really big thighs, sometimes their pants fabric rubs together.
You can hear them.
You get that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I got to have two pillows, but I'm not using two pillows for my head, and that's what this.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. You sleep on your back a lot. And then you know what you do? You hug the pillow on your chest like a toddler. I'm going to take a picture.
That's what he said.
Oh, picture. Oh, is this a new feature?
Yeah.
Pictures while MJ is sleeping.
I take a lot of pictures of you while you're sleeping, by the way.
He takes a lot of
Do
you,
you?
too.
Wait a minute, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Hold on. You have a whole collection
I do.
of pictures of me sleeping?
Yeah. Because you fall asleep literally like mid-text or mid, tapping on your computer. And you'll be tapping and then
Stop.
silence. And I look over and you're literally like... or like eating,
this
or
is like,
sleeping,
this is
or
like
drinking.
Like late at night if I'm doing prep, like downstairs.
No, sometimes in the afternoon when you're really tired from the night before. But also in hotel rooms, like one time you were reading and literally it's like one page, and your nose was like almost in the book, and I took your picture.
You've got a folder of.
I do.
All right, but these are pictures of me falling asleep during non-specified sleep times. Do you have pictures of me at night? Because a lot of times I fall asleep before you. You're playing your little Squirtle, whatever.
No. Don't.
So
I'm doing that because you insist on having the radio on, and I cannot sleep with that noise. Like I cannot fall asleep with that noise. So I have to do something until the radio goes off, and then once that radio goes off, I'm done.
MJ and Michelle's sleep habits here on the MJ Morning Show.
This is riveting.
But seriously, I have, since I was a kid, since I was like maybe 5 or 6 years old, I've always fallen asleep to the radio. And it's a thing I have to. I have to have like the radio playing in order for me to fall asleep. So I've always had a bedside radio. All right, 6:30. What are you shaking your head at?
I'm just thinking what Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, would have to say about this. Mike Lindell, the My Pillow. Sleep with 25 pillows. I'll give you a great price.
I'm going to blow my entire fortune.
All of it.
Investigating the stolen election. I'm going to blow $200 million and wreck my company. I'm Mike Lindell. All right, 6:31 at the MJ Morning Show. But I got my cross on.
He sells them now.
I saw the commercial.
He sells his cross.
I saw the commercial. Now he's selling the crosses now. Listen, if you want to buy a Mike Lindell cross, then absolutely.
It's only $200.
What? $200?
Wait a minute. Stop. That was not the price I saw on the TV the other day.
Well, it's normally $250.
Look at this. $249.98, and if you have the promo code, it's only $199.98. Are you?
Oh my gosh!
Holy crap! Michelle and I saw the commercial. Mike Lindell. I've got towels and sheets, and you can buy my cross, and And I you know what? I don't think they said the price on the TV commercial.
I thought it was like some big package deal he was selling. It was like a lot of stuff for like $69.99.
That's the dish towels.
Holy crap!
The flannel sheets for $44.
Oh my gosh!
Dish towels, my towels for $29.98.
All right, 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. As we get rolling here on a Wednesday morning, you're in luck if you like morons. The morons in the news. Next on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, there's a great pile today. Oh, there's a spectacular imbecile morons in the news pile on the way momentarily. You don't want to miss it, obviously. Car wreck. At the MJ Morning Show, the morons of the news are fantastic. Without further delay, we shall dive into Imbeciles, Morons of the News, the segment designed to make you feel better. Because no matter how kind of torqued or tweaked you are, if you're having a bad day or you have some residual issues, you listen to this crap here and you're like, you know what? Maybe my life is not that bad. Maybe my issues are just minor league stuff compared to, how about this? Stripper, 22, busted for banana battery at 7-Eleven. This has everything.
Those are all my favorite things in one story.
Were they barefoot too?
Yeah, but 7-Eleven feet.
Right.
Where did that come from? Where did that term?
It came from the clientele. I mean,
she's got 7-Eleven feet.
You go to 7-Eleven and somebody's barefooted.
Yeah.
The entire sole of their foot is black.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's dirty or they have, discolored feet. The bottom of their feet are black.
Where did that originate? Who first? Where did that come from? How did that enter like the nomenclature, the lexicon? I mean, 7-Eleven. Because I've always thought, and I've known about this for years. I mean, let's see, 30, 40. I've heard this for decades. 7-Eleven feet. It's kind of like, and listen, I'm just going to be blunt. I'm going to be Emily Blunt right now. All right. So I've always pictured it to be like just white, trashy, low-level individual that walks into 7-Eleven barefoot, right? Barefooted, and the bottoms of their feet are just black from all the dirt, and those are 7-Eleven feet.
The Urban Dictionary says it's derived from when you were a little kid going into the 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee barefoot and got dirty feet bottoms.
The 7-Eleven.
Yeah, feet bottoms. I guess that's the feet bottoms.
The soles of your feet, the bottom of your feet. Absolutely. So this story's got everything. It's like the Mall and Blues Brothers. A 7-Eleven customer used a banana to bash a store clerk, according to police here in Florida. Oh, yeah. Let me introduce you to Caltavia Turner. Caltaeviya. Caltavia Turner, 22 years old, got into a verbal fight, got into an altercation with a female worker behind the counter at 7-Eleven. So you got a 22-year-old stripper. Then you got the 30-year-old female 7-Eleven or a clerk at 7-Eleven.
The employee there.
The employee. And for some reason, they get into a verbal altercation, and the customer is like just insulting and saying derogatory things to the 7-Eleven worker. And then at one point, Turner became irate. This is the stripper, the 22-year-old, picked up a banana from the cashier counter. And a lot of times they've got the impulse banana buy.
Because I know that I want to spend all that money on a banana from a 7-Eleven.
Let's see.
Nothing's wrong with it, right?
What do I want to buy from the counter of a convenience store? A banana or Delta 8?
It's nice to see that they have healthier options.
Oh, my God.
That's got to be like the only fresh fruit they sell at the 7-Eleven, right?
Is that better than the hot dog that's rolling on the thing?
Maybe?
For 17 hours.
Yeah.
You ever see
Who
those?
eats that?
You ever see those shriveled up, like blackened, dark wieners that are on the hot dog rollers seemingly for 12 hours?
Yes.
Are you telling me, Michelle, you've never had a gas station hot dog?
No way.
Oh, you have not lived.
No.
That's good
All right.
stuff.
So the customer takes a banana off the counter. I don't know what the hell caused this, but the customer takes the banana off the counter and throws it at the 7-Eleven clerk's face. The fruit hit the 7-Eleven clerk in the cheekbone and left a minor abrasion. By the way, the banana was not dropped into an evidence bag and taken by the police.
Why not?
Yeah. Turner was arrested and booked into the Pinellas County Jail. This is a local Tampa Bay story. So, you know what? I didn't see this on ABC Action News or Fox 13. This didn't make the Tampa Bay Times front page. I don't know why. I have no idea. It gets better, though. So, Turner was arrested. This is late last week. Arrested at the 7-Eleven. So, she's taken to the Pinellas County Jail. Her employer is Baby Dolls.
Yeah.
In Clearwater.
Okay. I mean, she said she was, an adult entertainer.
Which is about 4 miles away from the 7-Eleven where this occurred. Turner was being held without bond for violating probation in connection with a grand theft conviction in a neighboring county. It doesn't say which one. I would imagine, Hillsborough or Pasco or Manatee. I'm just thinking of all counties that border Pinellas.
I mean, she's quite the scofflaw.
Oh, yeah. So she was being held. Apparently, she stole $800 worth of merchandise from a Walmart. You know what? You just can't trust some strippers these days. A Florida woman. That's right. Yeah, so she had previously been cited for failing a pretrial intervention program, not performing 75 hours of community service, or paying court fees. Man, she's just a scourge on society.
If you had all these warrants, wouldn't you be like a model citizen?
And she was recently arrested for resisting and giving cops a false name when they responded to a trespass call at Baby Dolls. Hold on. Did her employer trespass her? She's a stripper at Baby Dolls, but then she was hit with a trespassing charge at Baby Dolls?
So
Sounds like it.
Did she give her working name? Is that what happened? She gave her the wrong name?
I don't know.
What's your name, ma'am? Yes, my name is Lexus Mercedes Kia.
All right. Stripper, Banana Battery, 7-Eleven, Pinellas County. Morons in the news.
I could go for a banana right now.
Yeah, that's what we call a great morons in the news story. All right, next. Love this. Car crashes on the side of the road.
Okay.
Cops show up and find a blow-up doll in the car.
So
in the front of the car.
Which seat?
Yeah. So let me give you the details. Don't jump to conclusions.
I'm just asking questions.
A blow-up doll was inside an abandoned car that crashed into a ditch. Yeah, this happened up in Wyoming. This is the biggest news story out of Wyoming in a long time. Yeah, this is Swindon, Wyoming. And driver fled the scene. So the driver crashes into a ditch. And in the passenger front seat is a blow-up sex doll. The car is nose first into a ditch, and there's a freaking blow-up doll.
Whose car? Aren't these easy to track down?
Yeah, you can obviously run the tags, the VIN, whatever. Yeah. Residents nearby spotted the vehicle in the ditch, and then people are running to the vehicle thinking, oh, my God, someone's inside. And they get closer. It's a blow-up doll.
Maybe the driver wanted to ride in one of the lanes where you need at least two people.
And by the way,
in Wyoming,
the doll apparently was shocked by the accident because the doll was going, ooh.
Oh,
You had to see that on. You had to see that on MJTV. A citizen spoke to the police and spoke to local media and said, I asked the police officer, when it happened, and the cop said the driver ran away after crashing the car, but left a blow-up doll. Yeah, so listen, by now, the news story doesn't say who the driver was or who the car is registered to.
They've got to be apprehended by this point.
But I don't know what kind of fun the driver was having with the blow-up doll. I mean, have you ever seen? That's hysterical, Fester. We ought to shoot some videos of you just tooling down the road with a blow-up doll.
Yeah.
And get some videos and then other vehicles' reactions as they pass you.
No. Let's have it in your car.
No, let's have it in you in your car.
Let's have it you in your car.
No, you in your car.
You know what would be funny? If you in your car went to the Wendy's drive-thru and tried to get a T-Rex burger for your blow-up doll.
Oh, my God. All right.
MJ, This is the most un-Wyoming vehicle. I mean, if you said a car crash in Wyoming, you assume it's a pickup truck.
What is that? Is that?
Is that like a Chevy Spark?
I don't know what it
It's
is.
a teeny tiny little car.
It's not they call them smart cars, although I thought they were the dumbest thing.
Yeah, these are those. Yeah, the smart car, was that like a Mercedes product, that smart car? And I never thought it was too smart because if you get hit by any other vehicle, you're going to be crushed like a bug.
Hit by a feather.
Yeah, if you hit a pebble in the road, it could total that car.
Yeah.
So I never thought that the smart car was a very smart idea because clearly your chances of dying in a car wreck had to go up exponentially, in these little bitty cars. Hey, there was, again, one of these little tiny cars. I almost got run over by one last night. I'm doing my walk, in South Tampa, and listen, I'm in a residential neighborhood, and one of these little bitty cars, and it might have been one of the older smart cars, and the guy almost sideswipes me on the road. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And then I flip around and look at the plate, and it was a customized plate, I think it was something like "I go slow."
No.
What? No, you don't. You almost ran me over, you douche couch.
Maybe it was like an old person or something driving this little
car.
No,
it was a younger guy. Maybe 30s. I almost got run over by a little bitty car with a license plate, something to the effect, "I go slow."
Oh, how crazy if the custom license plate was like, I hit DJs.
I hit MJ.
Well played, Fester.
All right, 6:53 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back in minutes, I was shocked when I heard that this thing has an uncle. I was shocked. This thing, which nobody knows what this thing is, it's been a mystery for decades, but this thing has an uncle. What the hell am I talking about? You will find out next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, Tampa Bay 104.7 FM. If you're looking to... Idea existed. First of all, there has been a debate for decades over what the hell is this thing. With just this simple little clue. Any ideas, Michelle? I don't think you know what this is, Fester. I don't think, with just what I'm saying here, just a little hint, just a little clue. What is this thing? This thing is, kind of a part of, I guess, marketing history. It's, pop culture-ish.
Okay.
What other clues can we have?
Has to do with one of the largest fast food restaurants in the world.
So it's either like Wendy's, Burger King, or McDonald's, or something Subway or something like that, right?
Starbucks.
No, it is McDonald's. So I'll give you that. The mystery has existed for decades. People wondering, what the hell is this thing? Come on, guys.
Grimace.
What did you say?
Grimace.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, has it ever been determined what the hell Grimace is?
He's just a big purple fun character.
I always thought Grimace was shaped to resemble a taste bud. I thought I read that the shape is like if you ever look really close at your tongue.
It's like
you should.
It's an infected, gigantic, enormous, swollen taste bud that is the size of a tool shed and is purple, and that's supposed to be a taste bud.
I don't know this to be true or not, but I thought I heard that Grimace was supposed to be shaped like a taste bud.
All right, let me take you to the next level on Grimace, and this is where my little teaser. I had no idea that this thing had an uncle. Did you know Grimace has an uncle?
No.
Shut up, really?
Yes. This is insane. So the Shamrock Shake is coming back, and of course that's been a staple. Oh, it's already back? Wait a minute.
Is he back now?
It's February 5th. The Shamrock
Yeah.
Shake, because the Shamrock Shake generally comes around around St. Patty's Day, and that's middle of March. So, wait, Andrew, turn your microphone on. Andrew is telling us that he had a Shamrock Shake yesterday.
Yes.
And was it minty fresh?
It was delicious.
All right, I've got
as far as McDonald's food goes.
I have a gross Shamrock Shake story.
Okay.
My brother, there was panic in my house. I guess I was maybe 8 or 7. My brother was probably 4-ish. And my brother, this is back in the 70s. And my brother had a Shamrock Shake. And he went to the bathroom and it was green and everyone freaked out. And then they finally determined, oh, it's the Shamrock Shake.
A little food coloring ran right through the kid.
True story. I think all my brother had for like the whole day was a Shamrock Shake. And I remember this like it was yesterday. And I remember there was like screaming from the bathroom, Mommy! And everyone had to go inspect. I'm sorry, but everyone had to go inspect my brother's deposit in the toilet.
It's a big mystery.
And it was green. And then the mystery was solved. Oh, the Shamrock Shake.
Anytime you eat something with heavy food coloring, it's going to change that deposit.
Anyway, back over to Grimace's uncle.
He has an uncle.
McDonald's announced yesterday that Grimace will reunite with his Irish uncle, Uncle O'Grimacy.
Who comes up with this name?
I don't know.
Did Ray Kroc himself?
I don't know.
We're going to call it Uncle O'Grimacy.
All right, so the Grimace was created in 1975 to promote the Shamrock Shake.
Hold on, Uncle Grimace or who is? Why?
So Uncle O'Grimacy was created. So the Grimace already existed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the Grimace was already around. So, but in 75, McDonald's invented Uncle O'Grimacy to promote the Shamrock Shake, I guess, along with his nephew, the Grimace.
Where's he been for 50 years?
Now, what I want to know is genetically, why is the Grimace purple, but Uncle O'Grimacy is green, like my brother's?
Yeah.
I'm sure on Grimace Island they have all different colors. We're just familiar with the purple variety.
Anyway, so
did you see that Grimace has a whole family tree?
Really?
Yeah.
Grimace's grandma Winky, and then he has twin aunts Millie and Tilly.
Millie and Tilly,
They
great.
all reside on Grimace Island.
Great.
Really? Is it Grimace Island? I made it up.
Yes. No.
They all live on Grimace.
Uncle O'Grimacy, who first appeared in 75, lives on Ireland's Shamrock Island, according to McDonald's. They came up with a whole backstory for this fake character.
Great. He did some time. He did a stretch.
Do they still have birthday parties at McDonald's?
Of course, I'm sure they do.
You know, where they do the accordions, they close off the back of the restaurant.
They really don't.
I did that once.
When was the last time you went to McDonald's and you saw 20 kids there having a birthday party? You just don't see it anymore.
You know what I always wanted to do? I wanted to tile my entire kitchen with that brown flooring brick that all the McDonald's used to have.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I got to move along here.
All right.
So it was today, or I should say last night, that I learned that the Grimace has an uncle.
Okay.
All right,
You're supposed to say I was today years old.
Yeah.
No,
get it right. Get it right, MJ.
Nope, that's on the banned list. You cannot ever say I was today years old when I found something out. That is now officially banned in American lexicon. And that's an MJ Morning Show bylaw. All right, 7:08, like an HOA bylaw. 7:08 at the MJ Morning Show. If you're a school bus driver and you're just beginning your rounds, and this is the time school bus drivers are getting ready to.
Yeah.
You got the elementary kids, you got the junior high kids, you got the high school kids. So the buses are in motion all around the Tampa Bay area. Can I please offer up a word of advice to bus drivers that are listening right now to the MJ Morning Show?
Oh, please.
Or if you know a bus driver, listen, maybe go back and play this segment off the podcast later on. This is just a suggestion. This will, I think, be good for your bus driver career. Don't stop to pick up a gun while transporting kids.
What?
You heard me right. From New York State, a bus driver pulled into a gun shop and bought a rifle while he was on duty driving the bus.
All right, you kids wait here.
Then he brought the rifle on the bus as he drove around a busload of kids. All right, you got kids on the bus. The bus driver along the route stops at a gun store, runs in and purchases a rifle, and then carries the rifle out and brings it on the bus. You'd think this would be like Alabama? Upstate New York.
You know what? I mean, outside of the city, New York and Alabama really isn't that different.
I'll tell you what. Listen, you got to go to specific places in New York State. Like I had a roommate in college. This is up in Ithaca, and he was a townie. That's what they were called. You know, the locals were the townies.
Right.
And there were some chromosomal issues there, okay?
I mean, I am of the belief that every state has some Alabama in it if you go to the right parts.
So upstate New York, you've got some people think, oh, New York, hoity-toity. There are some freaking rednecks in New York State like you would not believe. Anyway, back to the school bus. David Ferry, 57, charged with criminal possession of a weapon on school grounds on Monday. He was then fired. The investigation by police into what the hell happened, he allegedly was seen driving the bus away from a gun shop. Troopers received a complaint in progress that Ferry had just purchased a .22 caliber rifle and was observed driving away in a school bus upon leaving the retail gun shop. In what world are you a bus driver and during your route you say, hey, kids, I'll be right back? He pulled into a gun store parking lot and buys a .22 rifle and then, I don't know how I'm sure he had purchased it and had done all the paperwork.
Just went to pick it up.
And then went to pick it up. Does
New York have like a 3-day cooling off period or something?
I never tried to purchase a gun in New York, so I don't know.
The stop was on his route. I mean, honestly.
I mean, what, you want him to backtrack? I mean, he's trying to economize time.
Yeah. It's the economy of time. It's you know what? It's a course in efficiency.
Yes.
If you're passing the gun shop.
The gun is ready?
It's the gun. Yeah. Just you stop
ready for
in.
pickup?
Was it one of those really nice gun shops that have like their own range where you can go in the back and try to, test the gun and pop a few off?
I have no idea. Cops investigating said the incident began. He was allegedly seen driving the bus from a gun shop. This is Ontario County, New York, upstate. Sheriff's deputies found the bus on a local road in the town of Gorham, New York, and conducted a traffic stop. Deputies and troopers discovered the bus was occupied by 12 students. Yeah, the gun was not loaded, and they don't believe that he was going to carry out any nefarious action. He was just picking up a gun at the gun shop with 12 kids on the bus.
Doesn't this sound more like a stern warning? He has to be fired over this?
Oh, man. Anyway, just a little suggestion to bus drivers. Yeah, you might want to do your gun purchasing off the clock and not while driving a big yellow school bus.
On the way home.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's some insanity right there. 7:12 at the MJ Morning Show. There's an item. I just didn't get to this. It's a local story, and we did not get to this maybe a week ago, and I found it in my pile, but I wanted to bring this up. Do you know there was a story, and I don't know if it made a lot of big news locally, but there was a story where, and maybe there's an update. Maybe we can find that they found the guy, they arrested the guy. But here in St. Petersburg, in the MJ Morning Show studio here on Q105, we're in the city of St. Pete. We're right near Gandhi and 4th in the office complex. But here in St. Pete, the St. Pete police say that a guy attacked a woman with a knife and then robbed her. This is back maybe a week ago or so. But listen, this is why I'm bringing this up. So a woman was robbed. The robber grabbed the woman's hand and put her fingers in his mouth to then remove her gold ring.
What?
Exactly.
I mean, on the spot, you're robbing somebody. You got to lube up the finger.
God, listen, I'm a terrible germaphobe. But even like the worst of the worst, what robber, even if you're a sicko robber cretin, who wants to put a stranger's fingers in your mouth to then, like, suck off the ring? I mean, you don't know where that finger's been.
I mean, if you...
My God.
If you need the ring that bad, do you even care?
Listen, I guess if you're trying to, score some items to sell for crack or something, man, unbelievable. So the man grabbed the woman, punched her in the stomach, and then placed her ring finger in his mouth to then, like, remove the ring off her finger with his mouth or teeth. But, I mean, I am just grossed. All right, it's already a foul story. Woman is attacked. She's punched. She's cut by this guy. And, then you've got this robber's saliva in his mouth on your finger. But if you're the bad guy, I mean, it's Jeremy out there, man.
I think that's the least of his concerns, honestly. He's obviously very irrational, right? Like, does he really care? Obviously not.
I mean, this is the craziest freaking story.
Look at the video.
Yeah, oh yeah. And there's surveillance video from like a surveillance camera in the neighborhood. The date was the timestamp from the police, it was 1/27. So it was January 27th when it occurred.
And she's just walking, and he passes her, and he turns around, and he asks her a question, stops her.
And then attacks her. And then puts her finger in his mouth to grab the ring off. So the last I saw, St. Pete police were looking for a guy between 30 and 35, about 5'9".
Dude, this is why you walk with mace or a gun.
Full beard, short afro hairstyle, wearing a black T-shirt and black pants. Was it a black male? It looks like a black male.
Wow.
But I'm grossed out.
How's the victim? Is she okay? Is she gonna?
Yeah, the victim would be okay. But
she got stabbed.
But I mean, I've never heard of somebody
using their mouth as the
tool to remove the rings off their finger.
I thought you were gonna say, when you said with a knife, I thought you were gonna say like he cut her fingers off.
Cut her finger off. Oh
yeah.
That is just gross. Hey, I've been called out by a listener.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I've been called out by an MJ Morning Show listener, and I have no recollection of this. If I am guilty, then I will apologize. We did a story yesterday about Jennifer Love Hewitt. Do you remember the story we did about Jennifer Love Hewitt yesterday? Fester, Michelle, anyone?
Yes.
Tell me the story.
It was about how she was spoken to by men when she was being interviewed when she was much younger about her boobs all the time.
She made a claim that older guys would talk to her about her boobs.
When you're 16 years old, anybody's an older guy.
Right. In the younger days of her career.
Right.
And we talked about this on the show yesterday. And a listener has called me out, and I have no recollection of this whatsoever. I get an email from Danny.
All right.
Danny sends me an email.
Okay.
And Danny says, do you remember back in 1999 when you interviewed Jennifer Love Hewitt and asked if you could talk to her boobs?
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
Oh my God, the story's about you?
Hold on. Yes. So Danny, the listener, claims that we had Jennifer Love Hewitt on the phone, some kind of an interview on the MJ and BJ show. So that in 1999 would have been MJ and BJ.
Yep.
Because BJ left in 2001. And Danny is claiming that listen, it was MJ and BJ back then, that somehow we asked Jennifer Love Hewitt if we could talk to her boobs, if she could put the phone to her boobs or something.
You know what? That sounds like you.
I know it does.
Yes, it does.
It sounds so much like you.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Especially in your nutty, untouchable DJ days.
Right.
Yeah.
You probably asked if you could name them MJ and BJ.
Now, that makes sense.
See?
All right, but here's the deal. If there's no audio, then it didn't happen.
That is not
the
case.
If there's produce audio, somebody find the audio And you know what? I don't think if it happened, it was probably BJ because he was all pervy back then.
No.
No, you've got a streak of freak in you once.
Yeah.
Even to this day. To this day, you have it.
I've got a freak streak?
Yeah,
Yes.
you
What
do.
are you talking about?
Yesterday, you brought up a story about the woman and the total number and out of left field. And I'm like, why are we even talking about this? But it's the MJ perv streak.
And I've always said, you're a boob man.
Yeah, you have
guys. Oh, so you think it's likely that I asked Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. My own wife is selling me out.
Yeah,
This is fantastic.
We're being
Oh, this is
completely
great.
honest. It sounds like something.
Super.
I have been called on the carpet for things that I've said where I do not recall them, but it sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
Andrew says go to Melissa on 6. Oh, boy. Melissa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, MJ. Actually, I do remember that interview, and you asked to speak to her right boob, and then you asked to speak to her left boob.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
And
yes, you did.
It's all coming back to me.
You actually, I think you asked even what their names were or something.
No.
Okay, MJ.
Yes, you did.
I'm that guy?
Thank you, Melissa.
Listen, by the way, in 1999, I think I was 33 years old. So was I a creepy old guy at 33?
You've had a creep streak
Well,
ever since
that
I met
was
you.
a creepy interview for sure.
Oh, my God.
Thank you, Melissa.
Listen,
I'm getting attacked.
A lot of things.
I'm under attack.
Well, Melissa, a lot of things from that time just don't hold up or age well at all. I mean, at all.
Apparently not, because I even remember. I think she called them Thelma and Louise.
Okay, no, that was another interview.
Yeah, that was all other. Yeah, that's true, though. All right, thank you, Melissa. Thanks for selling me out. All right, have a great day. Maybe it happened. I don't know. All right, 7:21 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. People love it. 1 hour, 20 minutes nonstop MJ. When we get back, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe what a woman asked a total stranger at a Walmart to do. This is an interesting item, and it's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Don't miss it. Morning Show is on Q105 104.7 FM. I'm MJ with Fester, my lovely wife Michelle, in all week. 2-drink minimum, by the way. Please tip Michelle. All right, 7:28. All right, this is insane. What are you laughing at, Fester?
I mean, last segment, you were denying your creepy streak, and then you come back with that.
What? That wasn't creepy.
I just talked to Hurricane, by the way, who totally remembers everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Did Jennifer love you?
Yeah.
All right, let me deal with this Walmart issue. And I find this fascinating. A woman asks a guy, a total stranger, to do this at Walmart. Any guesses?
I mean...
Any guesses? Quickly.
No, I have no idea.
I mean,
all right, tell you
it
what.
could be anything from pay for my groceries to kill my husband.
All right,
Yeah, exactly.
No, okay. It's not pay for my groceries. Incorrect. Not kill my husband.
I mean,
incorrect.
Can you get the bag of chips off the top shelf? I mean, I've been asked to do that
tell you
before.
What, let's go to phones here quickly, and then I'll get to it if no one guesses. Hey, I'm going to take 3 calls. 3 calls tops. That's it. And then I'm going to get into it if no one guesses. What do you think a woman asked a man, a total stranger, to do at Walmart? And then we might go back to phones and see if anyone's also experienced something like this. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. What do you think a woman asked a man, a total stranger at Walmart, to do for her? 800-990-1047. And this could lead into similar situations, similar stories. All right, Andrew, screen away. I'm only going to grab a couple of calls. I'm not going to belabor this. I'm not going to drag it out. Just a couple of guesses, and if nobody guesses it, then I'm just going to reveal. Total stranger, Walmart, is asked by a woman to do this.
Wait, the man is asked by the woman, or the woman is
What
asked?
Did I say that wrong? Did I say it wrong?
I don't know, but a woman in Walmart asks a total stranger, a male stranger.
A male to do this. All right, let's go to phones.
Okay.
Bobby in Brooksville. 3 calls. That's it. I'm only taking 3 calls. Every line is ringing, but I'm only going to take 3, and then I'm going to reveal if no one guesses it. Bobby, Brooksville, what do you think the answer is?
Maybe take her son to the bathroom.
Take her son to... Oh, that's a good guess,
yeah.
but incorrect. But thank you for trying. Brian in Lakeland. Brian, this is call number 2. If I don't get it by call 3, I'm moving on. Brian, what's the guess?
Ask him to pretend to be her husband.
Ooh.
Yes! What? That is correct. Wow, the second call got it. Brian, how did you know that? What any trigger, any clue? How did you know to guess that?
Yeah, I saw the story on the app that you hate on TikTok.
Oh, son of a...
I know, I'm sorry.
Way to call in and totally ruin it. I had insider information. I know what you're doing.
So this thing popped up on my Instagram Reels. I'm not on TikTok. I will not use TikTok, but there's a lot of overlap. There's a lot of stuff that's on TikTok that also makes its way to Instagram Reels, and that's exactly what it is because I saw it on Reels. Brian, thanks for guessing. I appreciate it.
He didn't guess. He knew.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah,
Brian, thanks for ruining our segment.
No, it wasn't a ruin.
That's what it was.
It wasn't a ruined job.
We asked people to call in to guess, and people are doing it honestly. And here's Brian, the scammer and conniver. I know the answer.
Brian, thanks for listening, Brian. No, but he's 100% right. This woman at Walmart was so creeped out by a guy that the woman in Walmart asks another man, a total stranger, to pretend like you're my husband, to walk out of the store into the, listen to this. So bottom line here is that there's a survey that was done a couple of years ago, and in this particular survey, it showed that 81% of women have been harassed in some form in their lifetime. 81%. You know, what is harassment and what is just a run-of-the-mill hit on the woman and, take a swing and, take your shot?
I don't think harassment is, hey, would you like to get coffee sometime? I don't think that's harassment, but I could.
I had a guy at the Fresh Market tell me how he liked my hair color. He was standing in line behind me.
Oh, that's his pickup line?
He really liked my hair color.
Or is that just paying you a compliment to start a conversation? You
I
can
don't
say,
know.
hey, thanks, bye, and not pursue it, or say, hey, thanks a lot.
That's to be determined. Did he really like my hair color, or was the guy trying to get me in the sack,
I don't know.
The guy trying to hit on me. Anyway, so this woman was at Walmart, and she starts feeling very uncomfortable. She felt threatened because a guy was following her around Walmart. So she approached a stranger and asks this guy to pretend to be her husband to kind of, hold this creepo guy following her around Walmart at bay. And she, on the reel that I saw, she says, I just want to thank you. I just want to say thank you to the man named John that I walked up to in Walmart. I grabbed your arm and told you to act like you were my husband because there's a strange guy following me. And then she notes that she noticed the stranger staring her down, getting behind her, peeking over her shoulder, and she was feeling creeped out and unsafe. And John didn't hesitate. The woman says that he turned around, looked at that guy, and asked him, what the bleep are you doing? Why the bleep are you following her? And then the stranger backed off.
Hey, he turns around and walks away. Yeah. Sure.
But,
runs away.
I have to process this. If a woman came up to me and grabbed my arm and said, pretend to be my husband, if I'm at Target, Walmart, wherever, I don't know.
I think you would be suspicious of her immediately.
Exactly.
Like, what the heck is going on? I'm being set up for something.
I would think my wallet's being pickpocketed or something, I'm like, what's going on here?
Right. Maybe at first you take a couple of seconds and investigate the surroundings and see this creepy guy and kind of put the story together. You're in a Walmart, for crying out loud.
If it were me, I might have been the worst guy that she could have picked.
Yeah. Yes. But for a number of reasons.
From my wife. That's great.
Let me pick this short, ugly guy. Hey, you. Come out from under your bridge. Will you be my husband? What are you
doing this in front of my wife?
What are you saying?
In front of my beautiful wife?
She's not disagreeing.
I know. Wait,
this isn't my beautiful wife. This isn't my automobile. How did I get here?
I mean, MJ, you can. I think by judging guys, and I see, see guys everywhere I go. I can kind of size up who would be a protector.
Right.
And who wouldn't be?
Let me be crystal clear.
Yeah.
I would do anything to protect a woman.
Right, right.
I would absolutely go above and beyond. If I saw someone getting attacked, I would intervene. I would absolutely be a protector of women, a total stranger. But in this case, not knowing what she was immediately doing, grabbing my arm in Walmart and saying, pretend to be my wife.
But I do think your reaction would probably be very similar to that gentleman's. Because I think if you assessed her very quickly and you kind of maybe sensed her fear or her concern, you probably would turn to that guy and be like, what are you doing? Get off of her ass, right? Like, I think you would have that same reaction because you feel confident in yourself. But I do think you initially would be suspicious.
I mean, something about this guy and her 1 second evaluation of him made her feel safe next to him.
All right, let's go to the creepo phones. All right, so let's go back to the phones.
All right.
And let me just ask, this could be fascinating. Let me go to phones now and ask our women listeners, have you ever been creeped out by a guy following you? What evasive action did you take? Did anyone ever get aggressive? Did you ever have to, find a manager? Did you ever grab a guy's arm? Did you ever ask a guy to pretend to be your husband? Any weird scenario where you were followed, creeped out, aggressively hit on, the guy wouldn't take no for an answer? What are you laughing at over
what
there?
if she walks up to him and said, please pretend to be my husband? And he's like, okay. And then she starts yelling at him and he's talking about how her mother was right. She could have done so much better. What a piece of crap he is.
Andrew,
how she wasted her youth with you.
Andrew, screen calls. Let's go. Phones are already ringing.
Like a real husband gets yelled at.
800-990-1047. Do you have a story about being followed? Do you have a story about being creeped out? What did you do? What was the story? 800-990-1047.
No. If you want to pretend to be my wife, you can ask me a bunch of questions, and I'll be like, huh? What? Huh? What is that? Huh?
800.
I can't hear you. Huh? What?
800-990-1047. Every line is ringing. So try to get in. 800-990-1047. Melissa in Largo, first up. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, guys. And welcome, Michelle. We love hearing you. You're great. We love your perspective on things.
Thanks, Melissa.
Look.
Yes.
Listen, tons of people are saying Michelle ought to be a permanent fixture on the show. Well, listen, she has been on the phone, but
I'll fill in for her when she's not able. That'd be great.
Oh, that was awesome, Melissa.
Whoa.
All right, Melissa, go ahead.
I was going to say, this is kind of like an unwritten girl code as far as, like, even when you're out in public places or bars and you're feeling creeped out. I've definitely walked up to women if I'm by myself or waiting on friends and just sat with them or been like, hey, girl, and then it's kind of like already like, yeah, there's this guy behind me, super weird, and I just want to come and hang out with you guys, and then everything's kind of like you're just absorbed into the group of people that really don't even know you. So there are instances where, yes, I've walked up to people that I don't even know, and I'm like, this guy is just super weird, keeps trying to talk to me or keeps...
So where's the last time and place that this happened?
Downtown St. Pete. I've had, just walking by myself. I'm a photographer, so sometimes I'm just in the area taking pictures.
Right.
Sometimes I'm down there visiting friends, and it can get weird. There's just people try to talk to you. People try to come into your space.
So you're saying, Melissa, that you've just joined groups of other women and they immediately know what you're doing?
Yes, absolutely.
Gotcha.
Like, walk right up to somebody, totally surprised. Hey, girl, I haven't seen you in a while. And then kind of immediately under your breath, like, yeah, this guy's super weird, so if you don't mind, and then they're like, hey, you're just absorbed right in. Absolutely.
Wow, good story, Melissa. Thank you.
Thank you.
I won't come up to the woman with a camera in downtown St. Pete.
Yeah, not the one hanging out with all the other ladies.
Susan in Palm Harbor. Susan, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
No way. Good morning.
Hey.
I'm such a big fan. I listen to you guys all the time.
Well, thank you, Susan. Go ahead. You have a story?
Yes, I have been creeped on so many times. In fact, one time at a bar, this guy was drunk and he was trying to get me to go with him. And I'm not that big. I'm like, well, I'm tall, but I'm slender. And he kind of like, was a big guy, and it scared me. So I grabbed this other kid that was sitting at the bar, and I thought he was older than he was. I thought he was like 35. I think I was 40. And so I said, please act like you're my boyfriend. Act like you're my boyfriend real quick. So, and he put his arm around me at the bar so that the other guy couldn't get at me. And then later we ended up going out, and he ends up being like 26, and I'm like 40-something. I'm 40-something. And then we end up dating, and then I couldn't get rid of him. He was a lot older. 'Cause
He became the creep.
Then I had to go to another guy. Hey, pretend to be my new boyfriend. Put your arm around.
And then he was, I lived in Laguna Beach. It was a small town.
Yeah,
and so
in Southern
I was
California.
eating out.
Yeah.
Then he ends up being like a limo driver. So then he ends up picking my friends up, and I couldn't get rid of the guy. He was so sweet, but he was so young. And we had some good times. I'm telling you, we did have fun. But I was like, honey, I'm 40-something. I have 2 kids. Like, it's just not going to work, you know?
Wow.
So anyway.
Oh, man.
But I also wanted to share really quick. I know you're talking about this one thing, but I moved from California, like I said, Laguna Beach, and I moved here to this community. I thought that I was going to come here and heal people because I do juice cleanses. You know, it's very California-ish.
Yep.
So anyway, long story short, I got really depressed because I missed my children. And I was around all these 20-year-olds all the time. And, you know, all the kids came to my house. I lived in a little beach house on the side of a cliff. And everybody had all these millionaire houses. And all the kids always used to come to my house. So I used to do, like, juice cleanses on them. And we'd have parties and do facials because I'm in the beauty business. And, you know, we'd all do facials and stuff. But long story short, I was so depressed here. I could not even stop shaking. I was having panic attacks. I missed my kids. Why did I come here? What was the purpose? Blah, blah, blah. Finally, my girlfriends in California, my one particular girlfriend who's into biohacking, she said, honey, I cannot, you're like always the bubbly one. Everyone's around you. What's going on? She goes, I found this EE system that Tony Robbins is doing in Vegas. It's an electric, it's energy.
Are you turning this into a multi-level marketing phone call?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
it's not a multi-level marketing. It's not multi-level marketing.
Are you still making the hold on, Angel? Are you still making the long story short?
Okay,
Susan, are you still making?
I just want to share with you. 2 seconds. Listen to me.
Yeah.
You go into this room.
I feel like I'm getting hijacked here.
Listen, Susan, thank you for calling.
Susan,
it's not hijacking.
Nobody says.
Sharing.
Andre, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're talking about.
Just let her finish. Hold on.
She's been going for a while.
Let me just finish.
Spit it out.
Finish. It would calm you and your wife down. It would be beautiful. You get so hyper sometimes. You go in here. You go. It's so common in California.
Susan, do me a favor. Email me the information of the electric shocks.
I just want to finish. Can I just finish? You sit in a room. It's a bioscalar wave that charges up the millivolts in your cells.
What the hell are we
doing?
For
25.
What the are we doing?
Susan, do me a favor.
Hang up your phone and drink your juice.
Fester, stop.
I want to make a long story short.
All right, Susan.
Blah, 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 blah. And Tony Robbins took an electric plug and put it in my butt. And
Tony Robbins.
I'm not putting anything in my butt.
Yeah, Tony Robbins is plugging up your butt?
Yeah, Tony Robbins made me walk on fire and it
all right,
me.
Susan, do me a favor. Susan, send me an email, mj@mjmorningshow.com.
Susan, do me a favor.
Send me an email.
Do me a favor. Never call again. Thank you for listening.
Stop running off.
What the hell is
Fester, stop running off these listeners.
We have at least 30 or 40 listeners. I can let one go.
All right. Susan, I love you. Send me an email, mj@mjmorningshow.com.
Hey, the limo driver was the crazy one, huh, Susan? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my gosh, these things are expensive.
What, the Tony Robbins butt plug?
Energy enhancement system?
It's the Tony Robbins butt plug?
See?
I don't know.
Oh, holy moly.
Thank you for calling.
All right, Angela in Tampa. Angela, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Follow that.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing fine.
What do you want to pitch?
Oh my gosh, myself, because I am awesome. Now, my story is horrible. I was 8 months pregnant in a grocery store in a Winn-Dixie, and this guy started following me around, and he started just asking me out, like, hey, do you want to go out? You want to go get something to eat or whatever?
Oh, he had a pregnant woman fetish.
Oh my God, I was huge. I go, dude, I'm married. And he said, well, you don't
I'm about to drop my water in the produce section at Winn-Dixie.
I'm like, I'm 8 months pregnant. My rings don't fit. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm married. He followed me around. It was so bad that the manager approached me and asked him to leave me alone. He asked me if I knew him. I said no. And I guess the manager was watching us.
Wow.
Because I had no idea.
and he just wouldn't leave me alone. So it happens a lot.
Angela, thank you for sharing. Great story. Awesome, Angela.
Thanks. Take care.
And
Bye.
thanks for not trying to sell me something. All right. Why is a guy calling? Well, hey, Andrew, I'm going to take 2 more calls. I'm going to take Jeff and then Mary. Jeff on the MJ Morning Show. Jeff and Kathleen. Hello.
Why is a guy calling?
Yeah.
I got two reasons, guy. First of all, I don't think it counts if a woman gets approached in a bar. Come on. A grocery store, Target, Walmart, yeah, that's creepy. But a bar, that's, if they don't expect that, then whatever.
So you're saying that's built in.
I don't know. You get creepy vibes anywhere.
Right. And then the other thing was, I'm still waiting on your reply to test your dog with the single words instead of sentences. Remember, they don't understand sentences. And you said you were going to test it. And
Yeah, I know. I will. Jeff, thank you. I will. I appreciate it.
Jeff's contacted us 20 times and hey, has MJ asked his dog yet?
All right.
Hey,
If you're just tuning in, the reason why we're talking about this and taking phone calls, I'm going to do one more. Mary in Spring Hill, you're going to be the final call on this. Did a story just a few minutes ago about a woman at Walmart that went up to a total stranger and asked the man, please pretend to be my husband, because a guy was creeping her out and following her all around Walmart. So she grabs the arm of a strange man in Walmart and says, pretend to be my husband, to try to shake this guy. All right, final call, then we move on. Mary in Spring Hill, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, MJ.
Yes.
I actually have had some incidents happen when I was younger in grocery stores like everyone else, and they just don't stop following you, and it's really strange, but the people at the store will help. But my niece just had a problem. She lives in Lakeland, where she was at a Home Depot, and this guy came up to her window and just stared in her window at her. And she put down her window. She's like, what's up? And he's like, nothing. And she's like, really freaked out over it. And he just would stare at her. And when she was on the phone talking to her mom, and she's like, well, he was really cute, so I didn't think anything of him. I'm like, well, those are the guys you should worry about.
He was a really, so was Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was the decent-looking guy. Wow, thanks, Mary. And is there a finality to the story?
No, just it's always happening. It's like a common thing in this area.
Wow.
I guess everywhere, but there's a lot of creepies out here.
Thank you, Mary. So the Tampa Bay area, lots of creepies.
MJ, have you ever been in a supermarket and you pass somebody in the first aisle that you go in and they're walking the opposite direction, so you walk past them and you make an eye contact and then you walk the next aisle and you see them again
and then again and again.
And then by the third
aisle 2, aisle 3,
Right.
aisle 4. Next, pretty soon they're on the phone with the 911.
No kidding. By the time you're in the fourth aisle, I feel like I've said before, it's just the grocery store traffic pattern. I make some kind of joke to break a tension that builds over seeing the same person 5 times in a couple of minutes.
Michelle, tell me if I'm out of line on this. And I've mentioned this on the show before. And listen, I don't intend to be creepy because I know well, why are you looking, MJ? But we've talked about this. I'm just going to suggest that women, if you don't want creepy guys after you, look at Fester's holding his face. No, I've just noticed an influx of women shopping in the supermarket. I see it a lot at Trader Joe's. It seems that Trader Joe's has the highest density of this, and it's women in spandex tight workout clothes.
Okay, first of all, the location of Trader Joe's is right in the center of like so many workout places.
All right.
And that's when we tended, I'm not going to say we because I don't go to the gym like that anymore, but moms who go to work out in the morning, then go right to the Trader Joe's and they get their healthy food and they get a smoothie, or they get the ingredients for the smoothie or whatever. So you're just seeing the moms in their, I shouldn't say moms, but any female who's in her normal, that's her normal schedule.
Because a lot of times, listen, I don't know if they're moms or not, but a lot of times it's, women in their mid to late 20s or early 30s. And I just notice just this influx of just women in just tight as hell workout clothing. I mean, showing just the butt cheek. I mean, everything's just clinging and grabbing.
Can I just say this explains now your thing for Trader Joe's? Why you're going all the time? I mean, you literally every couple of days you're like, I got to go to Trader Joe's. I'm like, what?
Go again.
You just were there.
I know. I got gotta go again. I gotta go.
I love
again.
I love the English peas.
I'll be there. The peas are so good, Michelle.
I love the
but you can buy like a bunch, and instead you come home with one package. Then you can go back tomorrow and get another package, and then on the third day another package.
I buy 2 packages of the English peas. The cauliflower gnocchi is fantastic.
All right, MJ, listen, hold on.
Yes.
This is America. People should be able to wear what they want to wear, and they shouldn't not be creeped on. How about you tell the guy, stop being creeped? Listen, I go to Trader Joe's often. I see what you see. I'm not a creep about it. I'm not like, hey, how about we do a little $2 chuck, if you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, nothing like that.
All right,
Come on.
Speaking of food.
Please.
This story, I'm sorry. I'm going to make a stupid, I hate puns, but I can't help myself. This story exploded yesterday. Get it? Exploded. Oh my God. I mean, why does a story take flight and like everybody seizes and grabs on the story? So it has to do with eggs. This is everywhere. It was like on all the nightly news shows. It was on the local news broadcast. I'm doing my prep online. I'm on like 35, 40 different websites last night. The story is everywhere. This story hit, and everyone had to have a version of this story.
Yeah, it's clickbait for everybody.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's all it is. It's just clicks.
I mean, just some stories just take off like a rocket, and they're just Do you know which one I'm talking about? Anyone? Andrew does.
Of course, we all do. We all saw it.
What is it?
First of all, it's big news because this is like the most volatile subject you can talk to anybody about right now.
Just tell me about it.
The million eggs that got stolen?
No, it's not that. No, it's that's a follow-up story.
I saw like a million
no,
or half a million eggs.
No, that's not it.
Stolen out of Pennsylvania?
No, it's 100,000 eggs. That's a whole different story. The story that exploded everywhere is that Waffle House is adding a 50-cent surcharge to every egg that you order. And NBC Nightly News, ABC, the local news, all the websites I visited, all the headlines is like, Waffle House announces 50-cent surcharge on eggs because of the egg shortage and egg prices and the bird flu. And the Waffle House, they have a little sticker.
Right.
They're putting the Waffle House menus are like laminated, right?
Yeah.
The laminated menus. So Waffle House is putting a little sticker on the menus about a 50-cent surcharge for every single egg.
So you get like a 3-egg omelet. It's like $1.50 more?
Dude, good math skills.
Listen, dude, I can count all the way up to 21, although I have to strip naked.
But you have to question, like, why didn't they just redo their menu? Because then, as we all know, once somebody increases, or a restaurant or a store increases the price of something, it never comes back down. So why advertise that they've increased the price by 50 cents just for now? They could have just reprinted the menus and then stuck with the increased price.
The surcharge went into effect on Monday. In a statement by Waffle House, they said that the surcharge was triggered by the bird flu that's affected the chicken population. It's caused an egg shortage. More than 13 million hens have been lost since December because of the bird flu outbreak. And if you go to the Waffle House, you could get stabbed. But no, I'm
Depends
kidding.
what time of day you go.
Yeah, 2 in the morning. A little iffy. 2:30, 3:12 in the morning. Little iffy. Now, listen, I like the Waffle House. We've been. It's been a while, but I do like the Waffle House. But yeah, they have a sticker on the menu now saying that it's temporary and it's tied to the egg shortage. But all media just went gaga over this story.
You know why?
Yesterday, everywhere, Waffle House, egg, 50-cent surcharge.
Because Waffle House is one of those places that kind of resonates with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't frequent the Waffle House, you know about it. You know what to
Right.
expect when you go there. And, egg prices are through the roof. I can't say that I necessarily blame them. And like a dozen eggs the way Waffle House buys them should be, what, $1? Even if they're $3 or $4 now,
and then
it's cost a lot for them.
The other story, which Fester was alluding to, was the big egg caper. So this is like Ocean's 11 of eggs. I mean, egg prices have gotten so freaking bad that instead of robbing vaults with jewels and cash and gold bars, thieves are now stealing eggs. 100,000 eggs worth 40 grand was stolen in Pennsylvania. It's an egg heist.
How do you move that? I mean, what do you do with that?
Police were asked how the egg heist was pulled off, and the cop said, over easy. No. All right. So, no, seriously.
Well played, MJ.
Thank you. Oh, stop it. Pennsylvania State Police are scrambling.
Okay. How many puns can we inject into this?
Will they crack the case?
I suck. All right. So, if there's another one, say that again.
Will they crack this case?
Or if it happened in Miami, it would sound more like this. Go ahead, Fester.
I wonder if they're going to crack this case.
So, Pennsylvania State Police are trying to find thieves who poached.
Funny, they're scrambling for the poached eggs.
100,000 organic eggs. Estimated street value of the eggs, $40,000. 100,000 eggs. Thieves busted into or cracked open. Thieves cracked open a distribution trailer at Pete and Jerry's.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
Pete and Jerry's is an elevated egg. You know, like Michelle. Michelle is such an egg. You know, Michelle is such like an egg bitch. Listen, I'm sorry to say that. No, but if I come home with any eggs other than Vital Farms, you throw a hissy.
Well, I know what tastes good.
So Pete and Shorties? What is it? Pete and
Jerry's.
Pete and Jerry's.
Never heard of Pete and Jerry's.
Listen, next time you're in the supermarket, well, the shelves are like not stocked very well. You know, you go to the supermarket and look at the shelves, and Pete and Jerry's is a brand. You know, Eggland's Best. You've got the Vital Farms. You got some of these, more expensive organic or free range or whatever.
What are they going to do with all these eggs?
So Pete and Jerry obviously going to make a giant freaking omelet and get in the Guinness Book of World Records, okay?
There's really nothing else. I mean, what are you going to give them to kids to sell at street corners? Hey, man, you want some eggs?
And then you know what people are thinking about now? People are really exploring buying chickens and raising their own hens to lay their own eggs, but it's not that easy.
It's not.
So eggs are $5.99 a dozen for the cheap crap now, or whatever. But you've got a lot of expenses. You got to buy a coop that could be up to $1,000. You got all the fee. It's just don't think that you're going to solve the egg shortage by getting a couple of hens to roam around your backyard and suddenly you're an egg producer.
We know somebody who did that and it didn't work out, and they got rid of the hens.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It
was a lot of work.
Yeah, but some people keep them for years. Have a whole flock.
Yeah, if you've got a farm environment, or you got a lot of acreage and you got a bunch of animals, and if you're in the zone and you're accustomed to dealing with animals, and you know what the expectations are of having your own hens to lay your own eggs, then listen, that's your thing. But regular run-of-the-mill people that think, I'm going to combat high egg prices and shortages by getting my own hens. I mean, you can go to Tractor Supply. They sell chickens in the middle of the damn store.
Coop. Yeah, it's easy to get chickens.
Do they still do that at Tractor Supply? First time I was in Tractor Supply, they had freaking chickens in cages in the middle of the store. I'm like, whoa.
You can go to feed stores. There's a feed store, I think, on Nebraska or Florida that has chickens in the back.
There is an issue with the U.S. Air Force, and I guess this woman's all pissed off. Now, Michelle and I, we had a discussion about this, so I'd like to take our private off-the-air discussion public as we lay the story out. 8 o'clock, by the way, at the MJ Morning Show. Thank you for listening. This is Q105, 104.7 FM, the MJ Morning Show, in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. No commercials, no music, just nonstop content. About 7:25 every morning till about 8:50. Over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So here's the deal. the U.S. Air Force, I guess, is it just the Air Force or is it all branches?
I think it's just Air Force.
It might be all military, and maybe we'll grab some calls on this, but the military has updated what women can wear as far as colored nail polish.
Yeah.
So the dress code, so this woman that we have the audio bite on, she's in the Air Force. But I believe this applies to all military branches. So a new dress code laying out what nail polish colors are acceptable for women in the military. And Michelle, we had quite a discussion on this on the way in this morning. And your thoughts?
I think how you present yourself as a military, a member of our military is, you have to abide by their rules.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason
right.
for all of it.
I mean,
here's the audio. This is the woman. I want you to listen to Alora Jean. She's in the U.S. Air Force currently, and she's laying out the new nail polish guidelines for women in the military. She happens to be in the Air Force. Listen.
The Air Force changed its dress and appearance regulation again. Not even a year later, bro, the entire section about nail polish colors that women could and couldn't wear in uniform is gone. It's gone. That entire beautiful chart, let me show you. All of these options.
Right, so there was a chart.
Right.
There was this chart that had it looked like 100 different, what?
It had 57 colors of nail polish.
I'm sorry. It looked like 100 to me. I'm sorry.
A lot of colors to choose from.
Okay. So there was a chart that the military had put out, and it was like the colors that were acceptable, and it was like the whole color palette. But now they've changed that.
Right.
All right, let's let her continue.
Authorized back in February of 2024. Look at that. And now
so that chart, the 57 colors, that was approved last February. So in 24. And now she's saying, we have a new nail polish update in the Air Force.
New Chief of Staff of the Air Force came out with a memo that's everywhere on the internet now. Nail polish. When in uniform, nail polish will be clear, French, or American manicure.
All right, hold on. All right. Clear, I know. Like a clear coat. The French manicure, I know that because you've done that a lot. That's kind of like the pink-looking nail, and you get the white tip. That's a French manicure. What the hell's what's an American manicure?
Is it like freedom fries where they don't want to say the word French?
Yeah, remember that?
A French manicure is a French manicure, but we don't want to call it French because we like America, so we can call it American manicure.
Well, what was it? The French pissed us off, and then
they did something.
Was it after 9/11 or something? The French pissed us off, and
we're gonna call them freedom fries.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
So, hey, Michelle, what the hell's an American?
It's something like the French manicure, but it's like the reverse. I don't know because I don't get it.
Well, can you tell me what an American? I got to know. All right, so back to the Air Force lady.
3 options. No matter what's your skin tone, 3 options.
All right, so clear coat, French, or American manicure. Those are the 3 nail options now for women in the military, or maybe it's just the Air Force specifically.
On the couple of forums that I've seen people talk about this so far, like the Reddit, the Airman NCO and Senior NCO Facebook page, people are not happy. They think that the priorities are a little bit skewed right now and that nail polish is really not that serious and that there's a lot of other things that should be focused on when it comes to military readiness and recruiting and general well-being for people in the military. But that's just what other people are saying.
What about Lee press-on nails? Are those acceptable? Remember the Lee press-on nails?
I don't even think they make those anymore.
Where's Lee from? Hold on. Listen, the main difference between French manicure and American manicure.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to Fester now for Michelle.
No, you know what it is? I get the American, but I don't ever call it that. I just tell them not to do the French.
The French manicure is a stark white strip against a natural pink base.
Yep.
Yeah.
Creating a defined contrast.
Right.
While the American manicure uses a softer, more muted nude or ivory tip with a similar base color, resulting in a more subtle, natural color over
America. Or I would think that an American manicure is, your nails alternate: red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red.
Yeah,
white,
I don't know that they're going to like that in the Air Force.
Oh.
Or is this for every branch of the military?
Well, Andrew says that he did find that it's just Air Force.
Yeah. The Stars and Stripes posted it as just the Air Force. So
yeah, so from Stars and Stripes, the military online newspaper, they're saying the nail regulation is Air Force only. But I got to be honest. If you've got a woman in the Air Force and she's in uniform, do you really want to see like bright purple?
Do you care?
Nail polish?
Who cares?
Or like fluorescent traffic cone orange or something?
Yeah, I don't think I necessarily care, but I think that they're trying to have conformity. Within a big group of people trying to look the same and do the same thing every day. They have rules about your hair, clean shaven. I think they got rid of the you can't have tattoos.
Melissa in Parrish. Melissa, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. I am a Navy veteran, and I think I side with Michelle as far as no nail polish. Maybe clear at best.
All right, so you don't think women in the military should wear colored nail polish?
Absolutely not.
How long, what branch were you in? You were Navy?
I was in the Navy for 4.5 years.
Well, thank you very much for your service. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Melissa, have a great day. One more call on this. I wasn't asking for calls, but I love it when people call up. That's a programming note. You don't always have to wait for me to say, oh, let's take calls, 800-990-1047. If you've got something to add to any item, any content that we're doing, if you've got something to add, by all means, call up, 800-990-1047. All right, one more on this. We'll move on. Ian in Apollo Beach. Ian, MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, was in for 23 years, Air Force. It is only Air Force. Every branch has their own clothing regulations. But the deal is, for a long time, it was pretty strict, and then they opened it up. And once you open it up, you let the floodgates go, and now they're tightening it up. But what happened was there was a lot of people like normal. They walk the line, and they start, going crazier and crazier and crazier. So they opened it up because they thought it was too strict. And then they had like 40 colors that you could choose from, but people still went from pink to hot pink. And it's like, wait a second, hold up, let's reel it back in.
But also, who was looking at the women and grabbing the color chart and saying, let me put this chart up to your nails. I don't see this color on the color chart.
It happens. You get people from all walks of life that are either very cool with whatever, and then people that are very, very ultra strict.
What about the crazy nails, like nails that are like 5.5 inches long with sparkles and needle tips?
I don't do any of that.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Ian. Appreciate it. There's an item that I skipped yesterday. I teased it and I forgot it. All right. And I apologize. This was late in the show. And I said, hey, coming up, we'll talk about it. And I had a whole list. And I left this out when we finally did it late in the show. So I do apologize for any that were waiting on the edge of their seats for the divorce attorney who knows the men that are least likely to cheat. So this is a divorce attorney with decades of experience that says, hey, I've seen it all. I've done countless divorces, and these are the men that cheat the least. This is what they do for a living. These are the areas of work, the industries in which they work. So what are they? Now, conversely, we have spoken about this numerous times, that the individuals that are most likely to cheat, as far as men cheating on women in relationships, some of the areas and occupations are pilots, flight attendants, men in the military, firefighters, police officers, bartenders. Those are professions where the men are most likely to cheat. Oh, also, remember, like doctors and, did I say doctors and nurses?
I remember doctors were high on the list.
So, also on the cheater list, it was like doctors and nurses, healthcare folks were very prone to cheating as well. And that was, interesting revelation. But I have the list now. This is from the divorce attorney. Countless divorces. countless couples that went their separate ways. And he's come up with the individuals that cheat the least. Are you ready? Number 1. If you want a guy that is not going to cheat, this is what he needs to do for a living.
Oh, no.
What?
Old McDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
Sing nursery rhymes?
No, a farmer.
Okay, that's just lack of opportunity.
Yeah.
That's not like, hey, I'm going to marry a farmer because that's going to make a good, faithful husband. That was just.
Well, isn't there
who is he going to cheat on with?
Isn't there a dating website like Farmers Only?
That's like a meeting site for farmers,
right?
Or country bumpkins.
No,
or something.
it's a dating site,
right? But that's what we're saying. It's a dating site for hey, I raise soybean.
All right, farmers first place, number 1, the most faithful, according to the divorce attorney, are farmers. Now, number 2,
yeah, not cheap farmers.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Number 2 is pharmacists.
Nerds.
The lawyer says, the divorce attorney says, quote, there's no cheating in pharmacy.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Nerds.
I go to a pharmacy, right? And there's a male pharmacist who's like the primary pharmacist. And he has all these pharmacy techs, and it's like a harem. I mean,
and
I don't know if I buy that.
Number 3, you ready?
Yep.
The number 3 occupation where the guy is least likely to cheat is accounting, an accountant.
Double nerds.
So farmers,
just nerds.
Pharmacists and accountants.
The guy who doesn't see women for days out in the field.
Right.
Or the 2 nerds.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you right now. My accountant, Elihu, he's swinging for the fences.
What? Elihu?
Elihu. You never heard that name before?
Eliyahu?
No, Elihu.
I've never heard of Elihu.
Traditional.
You just made that up.
Just a traditional Jewish name.
No, Eliyahu. Not Elihu.
Elihu.
I'm sorry. I've heard of Eliyahu, but not Elihu.
Well,
all right. Why the hell? Why the hell is this coming around? Why is? I've known this for years. This has been around for years. Why is there a story suddenly that is making the rounds yesterday? Playing classical music to babies inside the womb can stimulate their development. Michelle, we were talking about this 24 years ago when Chloe was in your belly.
Yes.
I mean, why is this like a current story? Listen to this. New York Post had a headline yesterday. Playing classical music to your child while still in the womb can stimulate development. New research. What new research? This is old research. Old research. This is not new research.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it's groundbreaking. Is this like one of those things that come around every couple of years? New people are pregnant, so they're interested in it?
This is not new. This is old about playing classical music. You know, women have known this for decades, and they've taken like a speaker or they've played classical music held to their belly so the baby in the womb can hear some Boccherini. Oh, look at that baby developing in there. Oh, that's some killer development. I mean, this has been known for a long time, and it's like breaking news. Yeah. Play your baby classical music in the womb, and it's better for their development. Yeah, this has been known for a long, long time.
I didn't do it.
I thought we did do it.
No. I didn't have time.
Oh, you were playing AC/DC for Chloe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look, no, I was.
Highway to hell.
I was studying for the bar.
Yeah.
I was studying for the MPRE, trying to get a job.
You know, maybe Chloe would have turned out better if we would have jammed this stuff up to your stomach.
She doesn't need to turn out better. She's perfect.
It's like I bought the Time Life CD set of the greatest classical hits of all time. You get 3 action-packed CDs with classical music's best-known pieces.
How many easy payments?
Yeah. Hold on. You play this for your kid, they turn into a Nazi. Oh, I'm just thinking of the Nazis theme out of the Blues Brothers.
Listen,
Yeah.
Wagner is very problematic.
Wagner. Hey, thank you for not saying Wagner.
No, it's not Wagner.
Yes,
Wagner.
Wagner.
Very problematic.
I got a couple of look up in the sky. What the hell is that stories? Did you see that in Palm Coast? So Palm Coast is East Coast. Palm Coast, is that like Flagler County, Palm Coast? So this is on the other side of the state. Palm Coast, Florida. Give me like
Palm Coast, Florida is
south of St. Augustine.
Yes, I guess that'd be Flagler County area.
North of Melbourne and Daytona. So that's where Palm Coast is. Other side of the state. A massive chunk of ice fell through the roof of someone's house.
What?
And I mean, it was the metal roofed houses?
Yeah.
It was a metal roof. And this chunk of ice just mangled and twisted and bent the hell out of the roof and went through the house. And now they're trying to figure out what airplane it was. And you can pretty much do that. You can look at flight records and see, look, I've got a bunch of apps, and you can look and see what airplanes were flying over at the time. So if you hear a smash, all right, let me give you a real world scenario. I'm in my house, and we're not far from Tampa International Airport. I'm in the house, and suddenly, oh my God, Michelle, what the hell was that? And then suddenly there's a gaping hole in the roof. I see sunlight. There's blue ice or whatever all over the floor in one of the bedrooms, gaping hole in the ceiling. All I got to do is whip out my phone. I go to my Flight Radar app, Flight Radar 24, and I can literally see the live planes flying. Oh my God, that was jet blue ice flying, flying right over my house. So, man, and they're trying to now determine. I mean, it shouldn't be too tough to find out what airplane. If somebody was home and you know the date and the time.
The key is you have to be home where you have to have a camera system or something to alert you to the exact time. Otherwise, you know that 70 planes landed between noon and 5:30 p.m.
So authorities are investigating this chunk of ice that fell out of the sky and punched this large hole in the metal roof of a Florida house. Palm Coast Fire Department said on their social that crews responded when a caller reported multiple pieces of ice shattered across the roadway, with one striking a neighbor's home. Firefighters show up. They found the ice had punched a large hole in the metal roof and entered the home's living quarters. The Palm Coast Building Department inspected the damage, determined the house was safe to occupy. And now the FAA has been notified, and now the process begins of trying to figure out what freaking airplane was that dropped a chunk of ice.
Is it the airplane's fault? Are they liable for dropping ice, or is that just a hazard of living near the airport?
No, there's been liability in the past, and when it's been determined that an airplane part listen, there have been like engine cowlings and parts that have fallen off airplanes, but a lot of time it's ice or blue ice. And then get ready for this, like we don't have enough to be worried about. We don't have enough to be concerned about. Aviation lately, we had a hell of a safety stretch. In this country, we had not had a U.S. airliner crash since 2009. An American airline, a U.S. airline. We have not had one since 2009, since the Colgan crash. What was that? Continental Connection, which then became United. The 2009 Colgan crash up in Buffalo. That was the last commercial U.S. airline crash, a long stretch. We went 16 years, folks.
Right.
16 freaking years without a U.S. aircraft. I mean, an amazing stretch. Now, we had some very close calls and runway incursions and some near misses, but the last, week and change here, it's been terrible. The midair collision with the RJ from American Airlines with the helicopter. Then we had this. Well, this is not an airline, but we had the private jet crash up in Pennsylvania and Philly. But now we got to worry about this. Now the concern is all of the space junk. Experts think at some point space junk falling out of orbit and plummeting toward Earth is going to hit a passenger airplane up in the sky. Can you imagine? How unfreaking lucky do you have to be? The vastness of space, the vastness of the Earth's atmosphere, an airplane which is really what it's flying at 36,000 feet or whatever, is really a speck, And how bad do your odds have to be for some rocket debris that's floating around in space that's re-entering the atmosphere? How bad of luck do you have to have for space junk to hit an airplane that you're flying in?
That is a really, really, really minuscule possibility.
Well, guess what? Wall Street Journal. Space junk poses a serious growing threat to air travel.
Okay, sure.
According to experts. I'm not making this up.
I'll take my chances.
Don't attack me.
I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking the story. I mean, it's not a realistic threat.
New research. Dude, you know what? Why don't you go yell at the scientists? New research.
Let's call them up.
In scientific reports says the problem is now becoming exponentially worse, and it's just a matter of time before man-made space junk actually falling out of the sky from space into Earth's atmosphere. It's just a matter of time before some of that junk hits a flight that's up in the air flying.
Okay.
Man,
sure.
That's gotta suck.
I'll take my chances.
Can you imagine?
Have you ever seen that image where they show you like the image of Earth from space from like 1965 or something to now? And there's like almost nothing.
Oh, all the dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the space
it's
junk.
It's not dots anymore. It is like full.
Like a candy coating over a Whopper.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I looked it up. There's over 9,100 active satellites orbiting the Earth right now.
Jeez. But then you have all these deactivated ones.
Right.
You got all kinds of rocket debris and space junk and all kinds of crap up there. And there was a massive rocket ring, like this huge metal ring, like 6-foot ring. And I saw the picture. It fell in Kenya.
Yeah. They don't know where it came from.
But now they know that now they know it's a rocket ring or something.
Right.
But this massive, I saw the picture. It was like a 6-foot giant metal ring that you got these Kenyan farmers what's this? What the hell? They're standing next to it. And I was like, what the hell?
I didn't realize it until I read that article that most of the stuff that we send up there is designed and should, blow up or burn off as it comes.
Burn up in reentry.
So that was kind of like the mystery. Why didn't that burn up in reentry? We don't know.
Because it's part of a rocket. It meant not to burn up.
Yeah. This is back in January. A separation ring from a rocket weighing 1,000 pounds crash landed in the middle of some village in Kenya. You got a bunch of Maasai. They crap their pants. They crap their plaid. By the way, Michelle and I have had personal one-on-one encounters with the Maasai. Remember, I traded a New York Jets T-shirt and a baseball cap for a Maasai warrior spear.
I'm sure the town elders still tell stories about you.
Didn't I bring that home?
We did.
Didn't I carry it on, though?
I don't know. I can't remember. But we did. We brought the spear home.
It was pre-9/11 where you can carry a spear on commercial airlines.
It was seriously. It was 1998. It was Christmas of 98. Michelle and I did a couple of weeks over Christmas before kids. We did a safari in Kenya and Tanzania. And I traded a $20 bill and a Jets T-shirt and I think a baseball cap for a real Maasai warrior spear, the huge wooden centerpiece. And then you've got the knife blade, like a 2-foot, 3-foot knife blade on one end, and the other end has like a metal poker spear.
Yep.
And I carried this thing on
because you could take it apart, like it's in 3 parts, right? And so it could fit into a suitcase. It wasn't like a real long thing.
The Maasai guy probably had 100 of them. He's like, I got a Jets T-shirt.
Yeah,
for that crappy spear.
Listen, I don't want to increase your fear of flying, but I'm telling you, the experts are saying that there is a growing likelihood of a catastrophic collision between airplanes and space junk falling out of the sky, which that's got to be the word. Play the lottery that day. If your plane gets hit, well, that'd be ironic.
Oh, yes.
That would be. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Yeah. So. Yeah, play the day your airplane gets hit by space junk. Yeah, make sure you play the lottery. Oh, speaking of the lottery, you ready for the latest hocus pocus crap? Yeah, look, I don't believe in any of this stuff, but I know that some people do. So take from this what you will. But there's a psychic astrologer by the name of Inbal Honigman.
Okay.
First name is spelled Inbaal. Inbal, right? Better than incel. Inbal Honigman is a psychic astrologer and is going to tell us the best day of the week and the best time to buy your lottery tickets. So according to this expert, this is where you want the day of the... What day of the week do you think you're supposed to buy lottery tickets? Best day of the week.
Friday.
No.
I would have guessed maybe like earlier in the week, like a Tuesday.
No. According to the Hocus Pocus astrologer, Thursday. Because Thursday translates to Thor's Day. And that's, of course, the god of thunder, the Norse god of thunder, Thor. And I guess there's a similarity between Thor and Jupiter. I guess Thor is closely akin to Jupiter. Zeus, god of lightning, and whatever it is. So anything associated with Thursday is supposed to be the best day of the week to buy a lottery ticket.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Thursday is named after Thor?
That's apparently what I saw.
Oh.
Thursday comes from Thor. I mean, Thursday. I mean,
but you should pick your numbers on Sunday.
Well, Michelle, don't jump ahead.
Michelle, let the show come to you.
Yeah, you're jumping ahead here. So
I can read faster than that.
You're actually the information given.
Thursday is the luckiest day for purchasing a lottery ticket because Thursday carries the energy of Thor and Jupiter in its name, and it's the right vibration. Okay? So then Sunday, as Michelle was just jumping to, Sunday is the best day to pick individual numbers. So what? You pick your numbers on a Sunday, but you don't buy the ticket until a Thursday. And then, hey, there's one more. The time of day. The best time of day, according to this Hocus Pocus whack job, is daybreak. So you want to actually buy the ticket. Let me guess. You want to buy the ticket on a Thursday morning at sunrise after you pick the numbers on Sunday.
That's complicated.
Pick your numbers on Sunday, 6:45. Be at the Quickie Mart. Put your numbers in.
Sunrise, the psychic astrologer says, sunrise is the luckiest time of day. It is the time of the beginnings when the day starts to wake up. The sun is a lucky element in the sky and a giver of life.
I've always felt the sun is a lucky element.
Well, it is. Listen, sun is life. I mean, without the sun,
you're very unlucky.
We're screwed.
Your luck completely changes if the sun doesn't come up.
I think we'll all agree with that. All right, Michelle.
Yes, sir.
We're at odds. Yes, sir. Michelle and I are at odds over this thing. We sort of touched on this with some other thing, a couple of days ago. But Michelle wants to go to the movies and see the previews, like 20, 30 minutes of the previews. I just want to go to we got into a little bit of a fight. I mean, we went to see
Nosferatu.
Yeah, we went to see Nosferatu at AMC 14 at West Shore. I think we were the only ones in the entire mall in the movie. Well, we went to see Nosferatu actually at 11:30 on Gasparilla Saturday.
That's a good time to see a movie and not have people around.
Talk about going the opposite direction of everybody else.
Yep.
We went to a vampire movie. And I'm like, the time is 11:25. All right, well, we can just show up at 11:40, 11:45. We're fine. And she's like, no, I got to get my bucket of popcorn. I got to get my cherry Coke.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to see the previews. So Michelle and I are on, well, they do say that opposites attract, right? But we're on the opposite end of the spectrum on this thing. But there is a growing camp of people defending the previews. And so this is like, leave the previews alone.
Leave Brittany alone.
No, but leave the previews alone. All right, Michelle, you sent me an article, and the headline is "Leave the Movie Previews Alone."
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to discuss this for 30 seconds?
Leave the previews alone. Like, they're fun. You get there, have time to get your popcorn. The lights are still a little bit up, so you can, if you don't want to watch the previews, I guess don't. But I like to see the previews. I like to know what's coming out. It gets you, excited for the movie. And something I didn't realize is that the theaters actually make money on showing the previews. And as we all know, the theaters do not make money on your tickets, right?
They do make money on the, you got
tickets are so expensive. They make money on everything.
Michelle got a giant bucket of popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it wasn't that giant. Like your typical,
a bucket of popcorn.
Like your typical bathroom wastebasket size, all right? So
I ate it all.
The popcorn was $10.50. I mean, materials-wise, the paper bucket, the popcorn, the oil, the salt, they had maybe 80 cents in this deal.
And a large cherry Coke.
They had a nickel in that thing. And, and it was like 20-something bucks at the concessions. But that's where they're making it. That's how they're keeping the lights on. That's how they're keeping the Sony digital projectors going these days.
Right.
All right. So we got to talk about Michael Jordan's son. Holy crap. Did you see this?
No.
Michael Jordan's son.
What, did he win the slam dunk competition at the All-Star game?
No, he sped away from cops.
What?
During a DUI bust.
No.
Yes. Michelle, this is big news yesterday.
Michael Jordan's son.
And guess what? Michael Jordan's son is also MJ. He's Marcus Jordan.
Oh.
I was not aware of Michael Jordan, but then he name drops dad. All right, this happened on Tuesday morning, and the dash cam footage is out.
Oh, no.
Shows the police pursuing Michael Jordan.
Marcus Jordan.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Let me finish my sentence.
Okay.
The dash cam video shows the police pursuing Michael Jordan, number 23, greatest basketball player ever.
Yes.
Cops are chasing his son, Marcus Jordan, who sped away from an attempted traffic stop.
Did they pit maneuver him?
This was initiated by the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. So this is, in the Orlando area. So Seminole County Sheriff's Office tried to pull him over at 1:03 a.m. earlier this week, Tuesday morning, yesterday. Oh, why do I think it's later than Wednesday? No, it was yesterday morning. 1:03 in the morning, yesterday, Tuesday morning. According to dash cam footage, it shows an officer going up to Jordan's Lamborghini SUV in his patrol car before the clip then is edited, and it cuts to the officer with his lights and sirens on as Jordan apparently speeds up, tries to pull away from the officer, trying to evade the officer.
In his Lambo SUV.
The video then shows the officer disengaging from the pursuit and pulling off to the middle of the road and then radioing the last known location of this driver who's taken off from the cops in a Lamborghini SUV. Then 10 minutes later, Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, was spotted by cops in the Lamborghini, stuck on the railroad tracks at a railroad crossing. That's a disaster.
It's not where you want to have your Lambo stuck.
Hey, Julian and I, we were on the Amtrak auto train, and we hit a car stuck on the railroad tracks up in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. So the police report then says that the authorities noticed that Jordan's headlights were on the railroad tracks, signs of damage to the bumper. It appeared that rocks had been kicked up. Jordan told officers that he needed help getting his car off the tracks after making a wrong turn. What did he try to...
It turned onto the track thinking it was a road.
And then, they have under the railroad ties, you've got those the rocks, the gravel rocks.
Yeah.
So it's like he got stuck and then he was kicking up rocks trying to get away from... It seems like he made a turn onto the railroad tracks.
It's not what you want to do with your
All right.
Lambo SUV.
I've got the audio because then he name drops. So the cops said that he was slurring his speech. He had bloodshot eyes. His eyes were glassy. Then he drops dad. All right, we ready for some? Ready for? I got 2 cuts here. I got the 2 cuts of Michael Jordan's son. All right, here's number 1.
Hello there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, officer.
I'm Officer Redwood Port Orange. The reason I'm stopping you is because you made that U-turn right there. There's a sign right there that says no U-turn.
Oh, is there? I'm sorry. I'm just driving. I'm trying to get around.
Oh, okay. Just have your license.
Sure.
Katie, you said?
Oh, hang on. I played the wrong one.
He sounded awfully jovial. He sounded like, it doesn't sound like Michael Jordan's. Hello there.
I have 5 cop audio bites today. All right, hang on. My bad. My apologies. All right, here it is. Here's this is the first cut. This is Marcus Jordan. This is the first cut. All right, here we go. I got it now.
Well, hang on. You are stuck. Come here. You know the trains come by right now, right?
No, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the out of here.
I hear you.
All right, so the cop is telling him you're stuck. You're stuck on the tracks.
And the concern is this $300,000 vehicle. I would like to just push this away.
Let's start trying.
Wait a minute, the Lamborghini SUV is $300,000?
Yeah, I was looking it up online. It's called the
Urus, right? Isn't it the Urus?
I thought it was urinal, but the
it's called
urinal.
the Lamborghini Uranus.
And they were selling it on the retail price was $275. I'm sure you change the rims out, it gets up to $300.
Yeah, you add some options, you're up to $300. And I don't know what it is, but like the Lamborghini SUVs that I see on the road are the most hideous colors. Like Kermit the Frog green.
Yeah.
Like pumpkin orange. I don't know.
Really eccentric, bright, look at me colors.
Yeah.
There's nothing in my pocket.
So this is Michael Jordan's son and his encounter while he's allegedly drunk with the cops in Central Florida.
You know, bro, I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home, and I made a wrong turn.
Yeah, onto the railroad tracks.
Okay, and clearly, we would just like to get our car off of the train track.
Oh, clearly, we'd like to get our effing car off of the train tracks.
Clearly.
Oh, look at bro, Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son. Dropping the name. All right, second cut from the body cam.
I'm letting you know. I have concerns.
Well,
For
I
your
appreciate that.
Driving a vehicle, I can't let you back behind the car and drive a vehicle.
I appreciate your concerns.
Yeah, I don't want.
But I am
listen, the cop's concerned.
not inebriated. I'm not.
He's even slurring inebriated. I'm not
He couldn't even say drunk. He couldn't pick an easier word than inebriated.
Anything that cannot drive home.
904640.
The thing is,
my job is to keep everybody safe.
I'm not familiar with this area. I made a right. I thought I was making a right onto the highway. I made a right onto the train track.
All right, let me tell you right now. I don't care how unfamiliar you are with an area. There is no way that you accidentally make a right turn onto the train tracks.
I'm not from this area.
And apparently he wants to leave the scene, and the cop in Seminole County is saying, no, I can't let you drive.
Wow.
There's one more clip. Do I have one more? Yeah, okay. And then this is where this is where Michael Jordan's son, Marcus, self-incriminates. All right, here we go.
Scale from 0 to 10, 0 be completely sober, 10 being falling down drunk. Where would you put yourself at?
Where would I put myself at? 3.
3?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Put those hands back.
Right. So, hey, look, you can hear the clinking of the handcuffs. So that's Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, getting cuffed and stuffed. All right, listen to the officer one more time.
Scale from 0 to 10, 0 be completely sober, 10 being falling down drunk. Where would you put yourself at?
All right, so the cop says from 0 to 10, 0 being sober to 10 being falling down drunk, where do you put yourself? And he says a 3.
Where would I put myself at? 3.
3?
Oh, bad answer.
Okay. All right. Put those hands back.
There it is. You're under arrest for a suspicion of driving under the influence. What if I get you number 23 signed jersey? How about some Air Jordans? I'm Michael Jordan's son. Driving a hideous...
In the interest of equal opportunity and fair time,
yes,
I did find a story from 2013.
Larry Bird's son?
Yeah,
Get out of here, really?
Larry Bird's son allegedly tried to hit his ex-girlfriend with a car in 2013.
Really? That's fantastic.
So I just want to know, tell you, just because your dad's like one of the greatest players of all time, Michael Jordan, in my opinion, is the greatest player.
This is USA Today from
2013.
February 12, 2013. Larry Bird's son allegedly tried to hit ex-girlfriend with car.
Almost 11 years ago.
That's
great. I wonder if Charles Barkley's kids have done anything. I mean, Magic Johnson's son, there's a lot on him.
You ready for Swiftie news?
I'm always ready for Swiftie news.
And, of course, the Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday. This is the NFL on the MJ Morning Show. Super Bowl licks. L-I-X. Licks. I'm still shocked that Publix didn't do some kind of deal with the Super Bowl with the P-U-B and then L-I-X because it's L-I-X.
Yeah.
L-50, the 1 or the I being the 10 before the X. So that gives you the 59 in Roman numerals, right? So, got a Swiftie update. 1 in 4 thinks that Travis Kelce is going to pop the question to Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl if the Chiefs win.
I mean, they got to win, right? You can't lose. Be like, oh, by the way, Toots, you wanted to hook up?
So there's a belief that if the Chiefs, and I don't want the Chiefs to win. Oh, my God. And I never thought I'd be rooting for the Eagles. Listen, this whole Super Bowl is a dumpster fire to me. I just have no interest. The Eagles and the Chiefs, I don't care. I wanted the Buffalo Bills, anybody in the Bills.
Somebody new.
Yeah, someone new in the Buffalo Bills. So I'm just not interested. This is probably the Super Bowl with my least interest in the history of my breathing.
You know, there's a lot of history in this game. It's the first opportunity for a team to three-peat or get 3 in a row in the NFL.
I just don't care.
Game.
So 1 in 4 believe that Travis Kelce on the field, if the Chiefs win during the whole celebratory, the trophy presentation, and getting interviewed by the sportscasters after the win, and holding up the trophy,
Lombardi trophy,
the Vince Lombardi trophy,
MVP
exactly,
trophy, all that stuff.
And there's a belief that if the Chiefs win, that there's going to be video of Taylor Swift with Travis Kelce, middle of the Superdome in New Orleans, and that it's going to be Taylor Swift and then Travis Kelce getting on his bended knee to propose to Taylor Swift at Super Bowl 59 if the Chiefs win this Sunday.
Yet another reason to root for the Eagles.
I tell you what, Taylor
Sorry.
Swift's Grammy dress with the little letter T coming off the chain out of her thigh.
Yeah, that was a whole other deal.
That's something worthy of listen. A lady wears a chain on her thigh with your initial on it. You marry that.
But that's
that's hot,
guys. That's slutty.
Listen,
so the Grammy dress,
hot, man.
Guys. Listen, the Grammy dress that Taylor Swift was wearing. First of all,
looks amazing.
It was nowhere near as good as Kanye's wife's dress, but
okay.
She's I'm telling you, Kanye's wife is a hostage. She's like, it's like, blink if you need to be rescued.
I think they are looking into that.
Kanye's wife, blink twice if you're a hostage and you need to be rescued.
Nobody's talking about her. I don't care about her. I care about Taylor's dress.
So back over to Taylor. And Michelle, didn't you see something that that some were claiming there were all kinds of Easter eggs.
Right.
In
She's
Taylor's,
wearing red.
Right.
She's often used red in her lyrics and I think her album title, to express emotion.
And this
like
was
when
the
she's
dress.
Angry.
This was the
But-
dress that Taylor wore at the Grammys on Sunday.
Right, but she had some involvement with the design of it. Also, the Chiefs colors red. She's been wearing a lot of red. She's known for wearing that red lipstick. And then, so we don't know. Is she red because she got snubbed at the Grammys, or is she wearing the red because she's supporting Kelsey? And then she's wearing the thigh chain.
What's this cooch chain?
Yeah, I don't think she was too worried about being snubbed at the Grammys.
It's a pretty big deal.
She had the time of her life there. It's a big deal for other people, not for her.
I got to be honest. And look, folks, I'm not being misogynistic, but Taylor Swift has this. Listen, the dress is nice. It's a sexy red dress, but it's an elegant, sexy red dress. I'll give her that. She looks great in it's a sexy red dress. But on her left thigh, it hikes up.
Yeah.
And then she has this thigh chain, which comes down, and to me, that looks kind of trampy. It's like a tramp chain, or it's just
good. Why don't you keep your women in burqas and Taylor can sport this for old TK?
It's inviting the look. It is inviting a look.
Do you have the hat in your bag?
No, I'll wear it tomorrow probably because I'll walk home.
You don't have your Afghanistan Taliban woman burqa hat?
No, I'm not walking today.
All right, tomorrow, folks. This is a reason to look forward to tomorrow's MJ Morning Show. You got to see this crazy burqa hat that Michelle has.
This is the best reason we're giving people to listen?
Oh, yeah. This is good stuff right here.
Just make sure.
Yeah. All right, so that's tomorrow. Anyway. Oh, and speaking of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know the house in our neighborhood where it seems that every other week they have the giant lawn greeting card?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fester, this is an unsolved mystery. There is a house in my neighborhood that I swear it seems like it's every other week. There's another birthday in that house, another congratulations. You know the giant...
Yeah, there's a whole company that'll put big letters in your yard.
Yeah, the giant yard card signs where they put the huge letters, happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy graduation, happy divorce.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Happy amputation, whatever.
But they leave the last letter off. Happy amputation.
So yesterday I'm doing my walk and I'm like, oh my God, they've got another yard sign. I swear there must be 37 kids in that house. So the latest now is happy 6th birthday to some. And then there's a Swiftie. They have a special Swiftie cutout. That's also jammed in the ground, part of the yard greeting card giant sign.
Yeah,
it's personal to the person in the house. They're a Swiftie.
Yeah, so the 6-year-old's a Swiftie.
Yeah, they're excited. It's their birthday and they're a Swiftie, and it makes them feel special.
Michelle, I can't get away from this Taylor Swift.
I know.
I just can't get
She's
away.
She's haunting you.
Right. And then, listen, I don't approve of this.
What?
But Taylor Swift is being targeted by Philadelphia Eagles fans.
Okay.
There are, I guess, T-shirts. There are X-rated T-shirts attacking Taylor Swift. And, well, I'll describe the...
What are they saying?
The shirt. It's a green Eagles shirt.
All
and
right.
it says F Taylor Swift. And
what?
It's made to look like the Eagles logo, but it says F Taylor Swift. And it's made to look like official Eagles merch. Come on, I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan.
You're not a football fan.
I'm not an Eagles fan. But we don't need a T-shirt that the people are wearing that says F Taylor Swift.
Okay. I think we do, but we can agree to disagree.
You think we
if
do?
If you're an Eagles fan, you got to find something to get fired up over. Forget this one.
Get out of here.
If you've noticed, they've stopped showing her as much at the Chiefs games. I remember when last year she went to the games.
Oh,
it was like Taylor Swift had 16 cutaways.
It was ad nauseum. It was just every time. If Travis Kelce touched the football, that they had to cut to the ubiquitous shot of Taylor Swift up in the owner's box, the Chiefs owner's box,
So here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
She grew up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And I believe she grew up Eagles fan.
That's what they're saying. She was an Eagles fan.
Oh, that's right.
The last couple of Super Bowls, I mean, 2 years ago and this year, they
Taylor Swift conspiracies.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, folks, this brings to a close over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. When we get back, is the boob job the traditional boob job where you get implants, silicone, saline implants, or the typical boob job's history with a new all-natural boob enhancer? I think I'm going to try to call my bro, because my bro's a plastic surgeon, to see if he's ever heard of this. But women are flocking to what they're calling the Cleavage Clinic. Not the Cleveland Clinic, a renowned medical operation. No, but the Cleavage Clinic. You want to know, folks? You want to know about the Cleavage Clinic? I'll tell you next, and a whole lot more in the 9 o'clock hour, minutes away on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Do not move. It's 8:59 at the MJ Morning Show. Rolling up on 9 o'clock. It is time to talk about boobs. It is time to talk about the so-called Cleavage Clinic. And I'm going to go to my bro. After I lay this out, I'm going to go to my brother, who is a plastic surgeon, trained in maxillofacial and craniofacial surgery, but also expert in cosmetic surgery. So I want to go to my bro and see if this is a real deal or if this is a bunch of horse crap, all right? So there's a piece that showed up in the Post about women in New York City rushing to this establishment that people are calling the Cleavage Clinic to get an all-natural, non-surgical boob job that comes in at, they say, half the price of a regular boob job where you go under the knife, you get actual physical implants put in. So the latest craze now is this procedure where they use plasma in your body to make the boobs bigger. They're calling it a vampire breast lift. I just don't know if I buy some of the claims here. So
yes, the vampire breast lift.
All right. At the Cleavage Clinic.
The Cleavage Clinic.
All right. Let me lay this out.
We open up at nighttime.
All right. We're not open during sunlight hours. Is that it?
No, the sunlight. Keep it away.
All right. So this millennial, this young woman who's described as a millennial, I don't have her exact age, but a millennial, if I'm looking at her picture, she looks like she's probably 32, 33. And she went to this clinic for PRP, PRP, platelet-rich plasma therapy at Cleavage Clinic. I Fester, stop. Yeah,
Very funny.
Stop.
The vampire Bresley.
So she has 3 rounds of this treatment. The first round was January 30th, and then her second round is scheduled for March, and then the third round will be late spring. And she is claiming that her flat chest is going to go to C cups without actual implants, just this plasma therapy. Listen, the co-founder is a registered nurse and said that their mission is to uplift women and their breasts in the safest ways possible.
Yes, we want to grow your boobs.
We want to blow your boobs?
Grow.
Oh, I thought you said blow your boobs. I'm like, what are you saying?
Let's have dinner first.
All right, so you start doing the count from Sesame Street?
A 1.
All right, stop.
A 2.
Stop.
A 2 boobs.
All right, stop. Stop. So prices for the PRP can be, $3,000 to $4,000.
All right, so it's a lot less money than a traditional boob job, or is it about the same price?
Listen to this. They claim a traditional invasive breast augmentation in Manhattan can cost anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000. I thought a boob job was like $8,000 or $9,000.
I think those are like 30 years ago prices.
Oh, really? Because that's what's stuck in my head.
Yeah. I always thought it was at the $10,000 mark.
All right, so the PRP, the plasma-rich platelet injection, cost this woman $3,800. They draw vials of blood from the antecubital vein and then extracted the plasma from a centrifuge in a specialized machine. And then after heating and cooling the plasma, they mix it with a jelly-like substance. And then they use a cannula, a small flexible tube. A cannula is like the oxygen thing that you jam in people's noses. And it's safer than a needle. And they inject the gel into the breast with a cannula?
Like a flexible hose, yeah.
The results can last up to 3 years. Plasma is rich in growth factors. Hold on. You're telling me that you can take a flat-chested woman and give her a C cup by injecting plasma in her chest from her own blood?
But it's not permanent.
Up to 3 years. Hold on. Let me go to the BS detector here. And I call my brother. My brother, Dr. Drew. He's the original Dr. Drew. Plastic surgeon.
Hello.
Hey, so we're talking about this on the show, Drew. Thanks for picking up. And there's a place up in Manhattan called the Cleavage Clinic. Have you heard of this?
No, but it sounds interesting.
All right, let me tell you what's going on. This woman is claiming that she's going to go from flat-chested to a C cup by having this procedure called PRP, plasma-rich therapy, or
platelet-rich plasma.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. See, look, my brother he even knows what I'm talking about. Platelet-rich plasma. Is there any way that you can have plasma extracted from your blood, injected into your chest, and you're going to go from flat to a C cup?
Not going to happen. It's a joke.
All right, so there's a whole story on this thing.
Well, maybe I should sign up for the same miracle.
All right, so what results do you get if she's not going to go from flat to a C cup? Then
with just PRP, injecting that to enhance breast, you're going to get nothing, minimal to nothing.
All right.
Now, if you do a fat transfer to the breast, you can get some volume. Probably not from flat to a C because it could take multiple fat grafting sessions. But even fat grafting is, it's more of an enhancement, not necessarily what an implant will do.
All right, so Kelsey, she's a millennial. Kelsey is a millennial. She had her first of 3 PRP treatments beginning a few days ago on January 30th. and she says that she expects to go from flat to full C cups by summertime.
You know how millennials dream, right?
How?
You know, they're Insta famous. They should be rich for nothing. They should everybody should just feed their bank account for no reason at all. They should live in their parents' basement for the rest of their life. That's
all right. So you're saying there's no way that this is just a completely erroneous story. Getting the PRP plasma therapy on your boobs is not going to make you go to a C cup.
not going to happen.
All right. That's why I'm calling my bro. Thank you, Drew.
I bet your house on it.
You'll bet my house on it. Thank you very much. All right, dude. All right. See you later. Thanks.
Bye.
Look at that. Oh, speaking of cosmetic issue, this is hysterical. I belted out laughing when I saw this. And Michelle, you'll get a kick out of this. So what movie did we watch recently about the architect?
The Brutalist.
Yes. Great movie.
Yeah.
We watched The Brutalist starring
Adrian Brody.
All right. This is hysterical. Adrian Brody says that a makeup artist mistook his nose for a prosthetic and tried to yank it off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That poor guy.
Oh no.
How bad did his nose look that the guy thought it was fake?
Oh, it looks pretty bad.
Dude, what are you new? You don't know what Adrian Brody's nose looks like?
Yeah, but it looks like it's a natural.
No, it's his natural nose.
Right.
The makeup artist on set thought that his nose was a prosthetic and tried to yank it off.
I know all these things. I'm saying, how bad did it look for him to get confused? I think he has a big old hook nose.
But I think it's been broken like 3 times.
Yeah, Adrian Brody has a ginormous nose. And I guess he told the story recently. And, of course, he's nominated for Best Actor for The Brutalist. Brutalist was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I just thought this was hysterical. Because, you look at his nose and you're like, come on, that thing's not real. No, it's real.
Right.
It is ginormous. A flight attendant is warning you, do not do this on a plane. Flight attendant says, don't do it. Do not leave this in the seat back. What do you think they're talking about?
Oh, my God. It could be anything. I mean, they're not talking about something like a cell phone or your earbuds, are they?
A needle.
Yeah. Well, listen, you might have this digitally or you might have it physically.
Hold on. When I think
come on. Dude, come on. I give you all the clues you need.
What, like
so a passenger might have a physical or it might be digital. Come on.
A blood glucose thing?
Dude, no, your freaking boarding pass. The boarding pass. So the boarding pass.
Oh, I didn't understand what you meant by that. It might be in the.
I mean, this is a hell of a guessing game.
Yeah,
it could be
really.
anything. It's your boarding pass.
All right, so
it's the most obvious thing ever.
Don't leave your boarding pass. Somebody told me that before. Don't leave the boarding pass in the seat pocket. Because people.
This has come up. This has come up in the past that boarding passes with the barcodes, you can gain all kinds of information. You can open up the complete passenger record, name, address, personal information. So just a flight attendant named Samantha is just warning people again. Do not, Andrew. Did we pull audio of her? Where is that? Where's the flight attendant? Hang on, we did pull some audio on this woman. Where is it? Andrew, can you tell me where it is? I can't seem to find it. I don't see it. So, Andrew, where is it? Yeah. So the flight attendant is warning people. If you have a printed, I very rarely use a printed boarding pass. So the flight attendant is saying, if you get a physical printed boarding pass, do not leave it in the seat pocket. Do not leave it on the plane because there's just tons of information available. So it's the PNR. It's that code or the barcode, the PNR or passenger name record. It contains your full name, flight details, contact information, passport information, payment details potentially. Mm-hmm. So you could be handing somebody a whole lot of information.
You know what else someone told me?
Yeah.
That the key cards for hotel rooms also contain information. And so this person, when they travel a lot, they do not return the keys. They cut them up. They bring them home and cut them up.
Yep. because it has all your credit card information.
Yeah.
On the key card?
It can be traced back. I mean, maybe not on the card, but once they get to the file.
But then you need to be able to read it, though. So you
right,
need
but
to have
people do, right? Like if you're, nefarious people do.
Hey, Festa, go to Amazon. See if you can buy a hotel card reader. All right?
Hotel
key card reader. Yeah, just out of curiosity. All right, here's the flight attendant. Listen to her.
So, you know how you guys like to leave your boarding passes in the back of your seat pockets on the aircraft? I'm going to need you guys to stop doing that, and here's why. So you know that little code that is at the bottom of your boarding pass that consists of letters and numbers? That is called a PNR, and it's basically a record locator number that pulls up your entire file with all your information on it. Now, the reason why this is obviously dangerous is because anybody can take your boarding pass and go to the airline's website and type in your PNR, and they'll have access to all your information, your name, your home address, literally everything.
All right, so I guess the info lives in some cases you got the barcode, or you have the QR looking thing. But then also, there's just the string of numbers and letters, and you can use that, so you don't need specialized equipment. So again, I've heard this. This is not new to me. I know that I've heard this for a long time, but it's been a while. Just a reminder, if you use a paper boarding pass, and I try to never use a paper boarding pass, but there are some airlines that I fly that don't have an app. For the longest time, I think Cayman Airways finally got an app. But like Cayman, we fly, typically I fly Cayman at least once a year down to Little Cayman, and always got like printed out boarding passes, but I think they just got an app. But if there's I don't want a paper boarding pass.
I do.
I don't. Why?
I don't like using my phone like that because I'm afraid I'm going to leave it somewhere and.
And then what? Not be able to get on a flight because you don't have your.
No, I might lose my phone. Like you need your phone out at all times. Like get to the gate, go through security. If I have that paper boarding pass, my phone is away. I just use the paper boarding pass, and then I just tear it up when I get to wherever I am.
All right. So whatever you do, if you get a paper boarding pass, don't leave it on the airplane. Take it with you. Hey, were you able to find a hotel key card reader to?
There are a disturbing amount of them.
Oh my God!
I don't know what they do, but here's the
mag strip remote card reader.
I mean, here's popular choices.
Holy crap!
Proximity card reader.
Oh man!
Hotel chip card reader.
Oh my God! I'm sure the bad guys are armed with like all different devices
Right.
and versions to do what they have to do.
That's why you don't leave hotel keys around. I've heard that a long time ago.
That's some scary crap right there. Wow. Hey, guess what you probably have in your brain right now?
A worm.
No, hey, you're not far off.
Yeah, like some kind of like fungus or amoeba or something.
You're not far off.
I don't want a worm in my brain. What are you going to tell me?
It's already there.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play What's in Your Brain?
I love this game.
New research is out that your brain might contain an entire spoonful of microplastics.
Okay.
This comes down to all the plastics that we ingest. And, there's been a suggestion, get away from plastic cutting boards, for instance.
Would you rather have plastic or would you rather have a worm in your brain?
Plastics.
Give me a credit card brain instead of a worm brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll swipe my head. All right. So, new study shows that your brain might have a whole spoonful of plastic. I remember we had a story recently that, was it every month you ingest like a credit card?
I don't see how that's possible.
I don't either.
I don't either, but look that up. I don't want to erroneously just spout. But I thought that in the last couple of years, there were some stories floating around that the average person eats like a plastic credit card worth of plastic every month because of the... Do you have to talk to yourself while searching?
Person eat 50. Hold on.
All right. Ingested microplastic particles can harm the human body. Estimations of the total mass of ingested microparticles correspond to 50 plastic bags per year. Oh, yeah. Look at this. One credit card per week.
Gross.
Yeah, I know. I didn't pull this out of my butt. I knew I heard this.
That's not possible for me, for sure.
I don't.
Look at what I eat.
That's average. I mean, you might eat none, but I might eat like a whole wallet's full of plastic.
No,
right.
No, hold on, Michelle. We had talked about getting rid of the plastic cutting boards in the house, and you were going to find.
I did. I sent it all. I sent you all the information. I said make a decision, and you never did.
Oh, jeez, did you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right, you did.
I did. All different options for wood cutting boards.
Can we readdress that? Because it is an issue. If you're and I love to cook, and I chop all kinds of vegetables and fruits and
food
are
shopping.
you yawning over there?
I might have.
All right. So seriously, we need to revisit this. I want to get rid of the plastic cutting boards in the house, and do me later today. Do me a favor. Bring up the stuff. Let's make a decision.
Are you going to take care of those wooden cutting boards? Because they require a lot of maintenance.
I know that's what sucks. I don't want to oil them.
You got to clean them.
Yeah, you got to.
And then you got to let them dry a certain way so they don't warp.
I think
and then you got to.
It sounds like
then you got to sand it down every now and then.
It sounds like you got it down.
Yeah, you really know what you're doing. I'll bring my wooden board by. You're such a pro.
Or wait a sec. No, I think there's a rubberized board. So instead of wood, I think that there are other alternatives to the plastic boards, which dole up and dole out all of these little microplastics that you could be ingesting. There's a rubberized board,
a rubber cutting board.
No, seriously, no. There's a certain material that doesn't spit up, the little particles. Because listen, here's the latest. I'm not making this up. New research is out. A new study found that microplastics in human brains are at far higher levels than in other organs in the body. And humans consuming plastic microparticles has increased over 50% in the past 8 years.
I mean, some delicious plastic.
That's some fantastic plastic right there.
Because also the wooden cutting boards can be a little less sanitary.
That's true.
So...
I got all kinds of salmonella living in there.
I mean, we survived the Middle Ages. I mean, I'm sure you'll be okay.
Yeah, but a lot of people died of a lot of stuff back then.
Well, all good points.
What are you talking about?
All good points.
Yeah. Is that your answer? Yeah. Now, seriously. So they're saying the average person has like a whole spoonful of microplastics that are just like stuck in your brain.
I'm surprised I have that little. I think I have like a 1 cup measuring cup full of plastic floating around in my brain.
Speaking of food, I'm amazed by this. I'm intrigued beyond belief. There is a recall
on what?
Breadcrumbs. What? There is a recall on more than 16,000 pounds of breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are the lightest material known to mankind.
Why?
How much area does 16,000? It must be like the size of Hillsborough and Pinellas counties put together.
All right, hold on.
Stacked 5 feet high over the entire land. Can you imagine what 16,000 pounds of breadcrumbs must look like?
No.
Like in a mountain?
I mean, seriously. Yeah. So breadcrumbs from La Fiesta Food Products.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah. So La Fiesta seasoned breadcrumbs and La Fiesta unseasoned breadcrumbs are being recalled nationwide because of undeclared allergens. So this is not like I'm just amazed. When I saw 16,000 pounds, that is a bleep load of breadcrumbs, all right?
So 8 ounces is half a pound, right? Is that right?
Yeah, but I mean, they take up so much space to get any amount of weight.
So I'm looking at the breadcrumbs that we buy. We buy the Vigo brand.
Oh yeah, good brand.
Seasoned Italian breadcrumbs.
Vigo's got some nice stuff, and they're based right here in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I think just north of Hillsborough Avenue is the headquarters.
Yeah, Vigo's right in town. I like a lot of Vigo products.
The Alessi family.
Yep.
Anyway, but I buy their breadcrumbs in the half-pound bottle can cardboard tin thing.
Yeah.
So 2 of them is a pound. So that's 32,000 containers that size. I mean, they aren't. You say they're light. I mean, yeah, 1 grain of breadcrumb is light, but it's a pretty bulky product, MJ.
All right, 9:21 at the MJ Morning Show. So heads up on this La Fiesta. Wow, it's an undeclared allergen La Fiesta party. Yay! All right, when we get back, a final chunk of the MJ Morning Show, and the worst judge ever. This judge, a court judge, a real judge, had to resign because he did something that is unfreaking believable and egregious for a judge. What could a judge do that is just un-effing believable? I guess I can say freaking and flipping and friggin'. All right, unbelievable. So that's up next on the MJ Morning Show, and a whole lot more because we got the final huge chunk of the MJ Morning Show in minutes. So Chloe's car shopping continues. Chloe's got a... Michelle, one of her favorite songs of all time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Miss Christina drives what?
A 944.
Damn right she does. Miss Christina drives a 944.
I don't even think I know what that is.
It's a Porsche.
Oh,
They don't make it anymore, but a 944 was a Porsche. 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show final chunk. Are you ready for the worst judge of all time?
Ever like a court judge?
Okay, there have been worse judges than this because let's see, didn't a judge like shoot a sheriff like out west
in his chambers?
Yeah. Where was that? Okay, that might be the worst judge of all
Maybe
time.
like Kentucky or something.
Yeah. There you go. All right, so
Tennessee.
We've had some bad judge stories. You know, drunk judges. We've had a variety of judge stories, but listen to this one. I want to tell you a story about Judge Richard T. Snyder up in New York State. In order to try to get out of jury duty, he declared that all defendants are guilty. So the judge was called for jury duty, and his way to get out of jury duty was to say, yep, all defendants are guilty.
Judge? You might want to rethink that.
Oh, man. Petersburg Town Justice Richard T. Snyder stepped down after he said all defendants are guilty in an effort to get out of jury duty.
It's not very smart.
Yeah. So this guy used to be on the bench in Rensselaer County, which I know Rensselaer well, up in the Albany area. And I went to summer camp for a couple of years. I went to two different summer camps growing up. One was in Rensselaer County in the little bitty town of Nassau.
Don't you think
New York
judge would be excused from jury duty just because he's an officer of the court?
Yeah. So, well, that's a good point. Excellent point.
Without saying a word.
But guess what? But a lot of times, what was the recent case where there was a lawyer, and I think the lawyer ended up being the foreman? What was the big case up in New York? There was the
Diddy case.
No, that hasn't gone to trial.
I think it was the Trump case.
Was it the Trump case? Yeah.
I think so.
So, I mean, lawyers, they are picked sometimes. So this guy was on the bench for like 10 years, and he made these comments that all in order to try to get out of jury duty. When he arrived for jury duty in October of 2023, he introduced himself as a town judge and then claimed that he couldn't be a grand juror because he thinks that everyone who appears in court is guilty. What the hell? What happened to innocent until proven guilty in a court of law?
Not in my court.
Hey, I'm a hanging judge. I got a little electric chair sitting on my bench. What movie was that? There was some movie where Grandpa Munster had like a hangman's gallows on the bench. What movie was that?
It wasn't My Cousin Vinny.
No, that was the judge in that was Herman Munster.
Okay.
Yeah. So Fred Gwynn, who played Herman Munster, he was the judge in My Cousin Vinny. But there was another movie where Al Lewis, who played Grandpa Munster in the Munsters. Yeah. So you got Herman Munster, but then the grandpa also in the Munsters. He played the judge in some movie.
Was it Al Lewis played Judge Harrison in Used Cars?
It was Used Cars. Oh, what a great movie. What, folks, if you want to see an old movie from like 1980 or something, Used Cars is hysterical. And yeah, look. So Fester just found a snapshot in the courtroom. The movie Used Cars. Al Lewis, who is Grandpa Munster in the Munsters,
his little electric chair
plays
over
a judge. Yeah, he had a hangman's gallows.
There's a guillotine,
and a mini electric chair, all props up on his bench in the courtroom.
That's a tough judge.
That's hysterical. Anyway, they released him from being a juror, but this guy's off the bench.
Yeah.
You can't say that anyone that appears in court is guilty. That is completely false.
Well, he can say it. He's just going to lose his job.
There are a lot of people that are guilty, but there are people that are not guilty.
Right.
There are people. I'm wondering if this guy just screwed up a whole bunch of cases.
Possibly.
That he presided over in the past. I wonder if they got to revisit all this guy's cases over 10 years because he said that all defendants are guilty, which I don't think he really believes that. But this clown turd thought he was going to get out of jury duty.
Anybody who had a bad decision made, a decision not for them, they get to have their case reviewed.
All right. No, Fester, I have not seen Florida Man yet on HBO.
I'm telling you, it's a worthwhile watch.
I know. Fester says I'm missing out.
It's not the greatest thing you'll ever see in your life, but it's worthwhile.
Our list of backlogged streaming shows and movies, Michelle, I don't think we can get to everything in the rest of our lives. Do you think so? I don't think we can.
Depends on how soon you retire.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe yeah, that's true.
Let me retire so I can watch more TV.
Yeah.
With me, though. With me.
Oh, when I retire, Michelle, I'm scuba diving a whole lot.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
See you later. Bye, Felicia.
Hey, I'll come over and watch some shows with you.
There you go.
All right. So, Florida Man, they're now looking for input from people for new episodes. All right, tell me what the hell Florida Man is, would you please?
So, it's a dramatic reenactment of Florida crazy news stories.
What about the guy that got his penis stuck in the pool pump at that Lakeland motel back in the mid-'90s?
I mean,
do you remember that one?
Yeah, I still have only seen the first episode, which...
Do they even know about that one? I wonder if Florida Man knows about the guy that got his... What hotel was that? Hey, Michelle,
was it a Knights Inn or a Red Roof Inn or something?
Something like that.
I think it was a Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, Michelle, look that up. Look for...
Man in Florida.
Penis
tell me
stuck.
What the type. Yeah.
Penis stuck in pool, and it was I know it was Lakeland, right?
Yeah, it was Lakeland.
It was Polk County.
And there was a 911 call.
Oh, we had the 911 call.
The
you know
operator's
what?
laughing.
Scottish Inn Motel.
Scottish Inn.
Yes.
How could we forget the Scottish Inn?
Hey, read me the details on the story.
Police and paramedics made an early morning call to a motel to free a man whose penis was caught in a hotel swimming pool suction fitting. A clerk at the Scottish Inn Motel in Lakeland, Florida, made a 911 call at 4:45 a.m. Friday, saying the 33-year-old man was trapped in the swimming pool.
Yeah, what's he doing now?
And the dispatcher and the clerk at the Scottish Inn Motel were hysterically laughing. I mean, the paramedics get there, and his whole crotch is all engorged because the pump's been sucking for half an hour.
I mean, I'm looking at the episodes of It's Florida, Man.
Right.
And the first one that I saw involves chopping off somebody's toes, a crazy story. Another one's about a Mayaca City guy. There's one about some mermaids probably based around Citrus County or Weeki-Wachi, wherever that.
Listen.
So there's 6 different episodes so far.
And this runs on HBO and it's on Max as well.
Yes.
Their app or their streaming service, I should say. Yeah, they might not know about the. Hey, is that 911? Hey, Andrew, see if that 911 call is still out there. I have the. You're not gonna believe this. I still have that 911 call on the old tape cartridge, and it's in a box somewhere in my house. So I actually saved the cartridge, the old tape carts that we used to stick in the machines before all the audio was computer-based. So that's got to be on YouTube somewhere. Come on.
I'm sure.
That's got to be available. Andrew, look for... Fessa, you go look for it quickly. Go to YouTube. 911 call, man's penis stuck in pool, Florida. That's got to be on YouTube.
Pool,
911 call.
Florida.
It's got to be there somewhere.
Here's the original story from 94, 911 call?
July 17th of 94. I think Fester has it. Hold on a minute. Hold on, play it here. All right, go ahead. You got it? Unmute. Go ahead.
This is something you got to see. This is unbelievable.
The Scottish Hand?
Yeah.
And what's the problem there?
I got a man in the pool. He's got his private stuck in the pump line.
What?
You're kidding me. I'm telling you, honest to God, something you really got to see to believe.
North Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
245.
Is the Scottish Inn still around on North Florida in Lakeland?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yes.
Don't see it every day now.
And he's in the pool?
He's in the pool. He said he's been in there for 3 hours.
3 hours! With his wang stuck in the pool.
Shriveled up like hell.
Oh, you hear that?
I'm sorry.
I mean, they're both laughing. Listen.
Been in there for 3 hours. It's got to be shriveled up like hell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's doing this.
It's got to be shriveled up like hell. You got the clerk at the Scottish Inn and the dispatcher laughing their heads off. Oh, that's a classic. It was apparently, July of 1994. Fester, is that a perfect Florida man story for HBO?
I think this is exactly what they're looking for. I think they want to try to find the guy either who made the 911 call or the guy who had his junk stuff just to do, because they talk to the real person involved and then they have like dramatic scene reenactors.
Is the Scottish Inn still there?
It looks like it is.
With a phone number?
It has a 2.3.
I don't know.
Hell of a Google rating. Fester, bring it up so I can call it up. Let's call up the freaking Scottish Inn and see
if they're aware.
If maybe the clerk is still there. 30 years later, 31 years later, maybe the clerk is still there. Scottish Inn, Lakeland.
I mean, the first thing a Yelp review says Lakeland is closed. We probably have listeners in Lakeland who could probably direct us better. This 1970s Scottish Inn.
Yeah, it's not coming up. No, that's a postcard from the Scottish Inn from the 1970s. Yeah, if it's not coming up in Google with a review and hold on, Michelle, you found a review?
Well, it says Scottish Inns, and
there might be.
Is it on North Florida in Lakeland?
Yeah,
244.
Oh no, this one says Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's not the right one.
So Scottish Inns are still around, but the one in Lakeland apparently shut down.
That might be renamed. That's a Florida man story right there, a classic from 1994. That was like the first months of the MJ and BJ morning show.
Yep.
That was like July of 94. We launched in February of 94. So 30 years ago.
But I tell you, the show.
Almost 31.
The HBO show is looking for unique morons in the news type stories.
That's great. Hey, I don't know if this is Aldi US or Aldi International, but somebody's in trouble. This was on Reddit, and someone shared a picture. So, Fessa, you frequent Aldi. You're in Aldi a lot, right?
I am.
Do they sell children's plush toys at Aldi? Have you ever seen like a children's toy?
So yeah, Aldi has that weird.
They have does Aldi have their own little character? Does Aldi have like a mascot?
They might.
So it's an Aldi children's toy. It's gone viral because it's a plush toy. It was on display in the middle aisle, and it features a dog character that has, you got to see this thing. Do you have the?
I don't know that I've seen these squishmallows there, but I don't know what you're talking
Search for this inappropriate Aldi toy.
Okay.
And there's like a dog plush toy, and right in the front of the plush dog toy, it has like a pocket, and sticking out of the pocket is a bone. And stop right there. Oh, no. Oh, no.
So it's like that plush mellow type consistency of an animal.
Yeah. And
it's like a pillow toy.
It's maybe a pillow toy. And right at the bottom of the toy in the middle where the theoretical crotch would be,
I would have bought this in a heartbeat.
They've got a pocket and a bone jammed in the pocket, sticking out and up.
Why does a dog have a pocket with a bone?
It's taking a little creative liberty. What would a dog? If a dog had a pocket, what would he put in his pocket?
Well, dogs don't have pockets. Kangaroos have pockets.
If a dog had a pocket, what would he put in?
You know what? You know those AI photo generators? All you got to do is dog with kangaroo pouch, and you'll get some weird ass stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There was some photo AI generator that somebody turned me on to like a year and a half ago, and I mean, it kicks. Remember we were talking about just like weird foods, like you were getting like watermelon with carpet inside.
Yeah,
you know,
you couldn't get the two things correct.
Oh yeah, it's like some of the AI generated photographs were putting like bullets on a hot dog.
Listen,
you know,
those were the early days. The pictures are getting better every day. It gets better
every day. Every day I'm shuffling. every day. And we started the show with this, and I want to close the show with this. I would like to recognize and do another in memoriam segment here on the MJ Morning Show. It was announced yesterday, and I'm saddened, and I would like to offer my heartfelt condolences to one Tiger Woods.
What happened?
Well, that's it.
What happened?
Tiger Woods' mother passed away at the age of 80. And this is Tiger Woods' mom.
What happened?
What was it, 2009?
Yes.
Where Tiger was still married to Elin Nordegren, the Norse goddess. And they got into a fight. Tiger, that was the time where all the stories were coming out about Tiger's infidelity, right? And they got into a fight in their Windermere, Orlando area home.
Yes.
And Elin apparently was chasing Tiger. I think smashed a lamp over his head, then had a golf club, was swinging a club at him. Just insane. Tiger runs out of the house. Elin's banging on the Escalade with a 9-iron. Tiger then whips out of the driveway and tries to fly down the block, but loses control and drives his 09 Cadillac Escalade into a tree. I think it sounded just like that. And it caused such a racket. The neighbors are coming outside, and you got Tiger Woods. The car's wrapped around a tree in Windermere and the Orlando area. And a neighbor calls 911 to report that, hey, Tiger just smashed into a tree. He needs help. He was like stunned. And it turns out that Tiger Woods' mom was at the house.
Yeah, mom stays with the son. Okay.
So mom comes out, and while the neighbor is calling 911, the 911 call picked this up. I mean, it's unbelievably clear that the neighbor's on the phone calling 911, and you can hear Tiger Woods' mom say this.
What happened?
And that's one of my favorite audio bites that we have.
What happened?
And that's Tiger Woods' mom. And Tiger Woods made an announcement yesterday on social media. My mom was a force of nature all her own. Her spirit was simply undeniable. She was quick with the needle and a laugh. And we think that was a knitting needle, maybe,
or a heroin needle.
Or is it like a good jab?
No, maybe like a.
Or was it a heroin needle?
She would stick you between your toes so you can't see track marks. Mom knew how to do it.
She was my biggest fan, greatest supporter. Without her, none of my personal achievements would have been possible. She was loved by so many, but especially by her two grandchildren, Sam and Charlie. Tiger thanked fans for their support and prayers and asked for privacy at this difficult time. So, Tiger, our condolences are with you. And listen, your mom, after your car crash into the tree, gave us one of my favorite audio bites of all time.
What happened?
One of my faves. Another one of my faves is when Fester, interestingly, crashed into a tree as well.
Yeah.
Fester drove his pickup truck into a tree at the YMCA parking lot on Himes after allegedly being cut off by a Hillsborough County school bus.
Was cut off by a bus.
And,
I was proven in court.
And there was a listener named Matt that called up that witnessed Fester veer off the road into a tree. And Matt, the caller, said,
"Holy God!"
And that's another one of my favorite sound bites.
Matt, the witness.
Holy God!
And with that, who has an update? Andrew, you just said you had an update on something?
Yes, the robbery where he stole the ring.
Oh, the robbery where the robber put the victim's finger in his mouth to suck the ring off her finger? What's the update?
St. Pete police have made an arrest.
For the ring finger sucker?
Yes.
Awesome.
Do we have a name?
He's been identified by St. Pete police as Timothy Gibson Jr.
I mean, he's clearly not a germaphobe. I mean, if you will put a stranger's finger in your mouth to suck off their ring during a street robbery, that's a guy. I don't want him cooking in some restaurant kitchen. I'll tell you that right now. Yes.
Yes, they wrote that shortly after the robbery, he pawned the rings at a pawn shop in Pinellas Park, where he provided his driver's license and thumbprint. He was arrested and charged with robbery with a deadly weapon or a firearm and dealing in stolen property.
What about finger sucking?
Finger licking
That is not listed as a charge.
Finger licking is legal in Pinellas
That's
County.
finger licking bad right there is what that is. Finger licking bad. All right, with that, folks, we got to roll. Tell you what, Fester, you're like, I think, at 13,000 views on your Fester Meat Mountain where you got the humongous T-Rex burger at Wendy's the other day.
That's it?
Yeah. If you haven't seen this thing, folks, you got to take a look at it. Fester fed his whole family with this thing. All right, it's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. To see Fester and the giant mountain of meat that he ordered at the drive-thru at Wendy's. With that, we'll see you tomorrow. Michelle, thank you again for coming in.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure. I've had 0 negative reviews on you. Everyone loves Michelle on the MJ.
I'm sure.
Listen,
They're coming, babe.
Well, listen, you've been on the phone for 30 years and, hanging out in the studio. People are saying you ought to be the permanent new member of the MJ Morning Show.
No,
but, but husband-wife radio is kind of hokey.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
We could get divorced.
All right, so see you tomorrow.
Plus, you're a lawyer. I don't think they can afford your hourly rate here. Folks, we'll
can't afford a lawyer in general.
Yeah, we'll see you back here tomorrow, folks. MJ Morning Show on Q105. Have a great day, and let's be careful out there.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-